A donde quiera que voy, me acuerdo de ti.
Yeah, I like that. Happy birthday, Emilio. Cumpleaños. The last time Emilio had a birthday last year, I did a show. I don't know if you folks saw it, pero hice un programa y hablé con casi todos los miembros por teléfono. Raulito, Casanova, the drummer, también con todos. So look it up, Emilio Navaira's birthday, #PVT. And it was a really, really nice show. And as a matter of fact, Emilio's kid, Emilio Navaira Jr., contacted me, thanking me for...
How old is he?
I think he's in his 30s, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. And he contacted me on social media saying that, he really appreciated that I took the time to, do a little something, for his dad and stuff. And I was like, dude, whenever you want to do a show, and he was in Europe performing with Los Bandoleros. That's his band's name, or the name of the band, right? And so I was hoping to get an interview with him or have him come on the show, but it hasn't happened yet. If we were in San Antonio, ladies and gentlemen, we'd have a line of artists out the door, coming in.
You could do a show 3 times a week.
Yeah, but we're in South Texas, Rio Grande Valley, and pues ya sabes cómo se ponen veces acá, They come down once in a while, and we're really appreciative that they come, and they want to be part of the show, and we, of course, we have an open door policy, you know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to #PVT Wednesday Night Live, baby. Brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. If you feel sluggish, tired, gain weight, you're looking for a primary care clinic to help improve your quality of life, pues look no further. Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, 1-855-771-1650. DrT's.com. If your sex drive is at an all-time low, okay? No hay nada de ganas. Te dicen el mesero porque nomás casi una vez por mes le haces el amor a tu señora. Te dicen el mesero.
Yikes.
You need to get something done about that, porque si no, ya sabes, llega el lechero y deja más que un galón de leche, carnal, ¿me entiendes?
Oh, wow.
Y pues, tienes que tener mucho cuidado, tienes que hacer el trabajo, ¿me entiendes? Y pues tener la mujer bien contenta, ¿ok? So, 1-855-771-1650. You tell them RocknRollJames sent you. I guarantee it'll save your life, and it'll make you feel a whole lot better. Also want to thank the Green Hit. If you're having trouble, relaxing and chilling, porque siempre andas apurado y andas trabajando y que la chinga, con unos de los gummies que tienen, te tomas uno y no me quedas bien de aquellas, bien calmado y duermes a gusto, te levantas a tirar el agua y vas y te cuestas otra vez en la cama y no te quedas despierto pensando de puras chingaderas que ni tienes que estar pensando, ¿entiendes? That happens sometimes. Your mind starts going wild after you go to the bathroom at 3 a.m. You lay down in bed and you can't go back to sleep. Well, if you're on a gummy, de volada caes, papá. Asústame one time. So make sure to go check them out. The Green Hit, 956-666-9088 in Far, Texas, and in Mission at 956-591-0114. Órale. Thank you so much, Louie and Javi and Hector and everybody from the Green Hit. Órale.
Hey, Rock, I got a picture here to show the results of Dr. T.
Uh-huh.
Because this weekend there were a lot of young guys, and we had to stand your ground. If you go see Pantera and Metallica, I almost said Slayer, Metallica and Pantera.
Pantera, bro.
Pantera ripped it up, and Rally, you want to show the biceps and the triceps.
Keep it,
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
That's my best friend Frankie from San Bene. And, awesome show. And we showed those youngsters, man.
Yeah.
We got the skills that pay the bills.
Yeah, we actually got some video. Ladies and gentlemen, we took some video of the whole trip and everything, and we're going to put it on our PVT probably tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, if not for sure Friday. But we got a little clip that I took here with no volume, right? And it's part of the show. The magnitude of the show, they had about 100,000 people at AT&T Stadium, and I think a lot of it had to do with
Pantera.
Yeah, Pantera. Yeah. Pantera's from Arlington. It was Dimebag's birthday weekend, and the show was absolutely huge, man. That's AT&T Stadium. They broke Taylor Swift's record.
Nice.
And 100,000 rock and rollers, heavy metalers were there. And it was very interesting because there were people with kids on their shoulders with headphones on, like to the kind they use in the airports and stuff. And it was, what does Metallica feel when they're like playing and they see right in front of them
a little kid?
Yeah, with his headphones jamming to them, man. These dudes got to, and also something that I was thinking about was how much longer can Lars Ulrich keep up the drumming? He's 60.
And Kirk, those scales on the neck and the
strumming.
He's got to be super fast. How long can he keep doing that as well?
Yeah.
And I want to say hats off to Jerry Jones. Man, the AC rock? Man, it was nice and cool, man. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because in Arlington, it feels like you're in a heater.
Yeah.
It's hotter in Arlington than the Valley.
No, hombre. Está fresco. Está como 99 allá, carnal. Acá está 104.
109.
Acá está 104 dead.
We got more humidity, but they got more heat. But anyway, shout out to Jerry Jones. Thank you for the AC.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of music and live music, we're going to be playing my band Whiskey D this Saturday at Bourbon Street. And we have a little clip that I did. I went to the bar so you can see what it looks like. Now, this isn't going to be, we'll tell you more about that, but check this video out real quick.
Are you ready? We are. Whiskey D. We're going to have an up-close and personal rehearsal show right here at Bourbon Street, North 10th McAllen.
This is absolutely amazing. And there's the stage right there.
Right here on the stage, Whiskey D and music. It's going to be a different show for Whiskey D. We're going to go through our set list, about 2 hours worth of music, and no flags, nothing major, nothing big. It's going to be an up close and personal. We'll be doing joking and talking with our fans. They're all going to be here, and so we're going to come and kick ass, and you're going to hear every song Whiskey D does right here at Bourbon Street, August 26th. It's a Saturday. We're going to have a lot of fun with Whiskey D.
Now, we're going to start at 9 o'clock, so we're only playing from 9 to about 10:30. We're going to do like 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours. We got about 21 songs that we're going to do, so make sure to go out there. Plus, we're going to give away T-shirts during the show, and it's just going to be a lot of fun, all right? So, and this is just to prepare us for the big old Bandera Biker Rally we're going to be headlining on September 30th, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to our other hosts here, our chat guys. We've got Chaz right here. What's going on, Chaz?
Couple of shout outs. Let's give a shout out to Gregory, Texas, Santiago Villalobos, and shout out to Memo Fraga in Laredo, Rocky Gonzalez, he's in Donna, and Juan Rodriguez in Eagle Pass. From coast to coast, border to border, Jackson and I are going to keep your company. And any questions that you have for Valente, our special guest tonight, we'll pass it along. And shout out to everybody in PVT Nation.
Yeah, by the way, if you want to ask a question, make sure to super chat us, whether it's $1, $5. That way, when you super chat and you ask a question, it gets up and it lights up, right? There's like a color or something with it, and it stays at the top, so no se nos pasan las questions o los comentarios, o si quieres mandarle un saludo a our guest, a Valente, o si quieren mandar un shout out or lo que sea, okay? Super chat is the best way to go, and we've got double trouble because Jax is here also, man. What's up, Jax?
Yo, what's up? Thank you for having me today. I wasn't supposed to be on today. I just wanted to take a picture with Valente, but Rock thankfully invited me to the show.
Chicle.
Huevo, me pegué como chicle. Y pues aquí andamos. Un saludo a toda la raza que está acompañándonos. Thank you for choosing #PVT right now to keep you company at home and your cell phone or wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much. I want to send a quick shout out to Aurelio Perez, Sam Gaitan from San Angelo, Rick Rodes from Eagle Pass, Angel Martinez from Clovis, New Mexico, Rosie Ramirez from Richland, Washington, Gonzalez Rocky from Donna, Texas, Roman Murrieta from Tolleson, Arizona, Armando Gaitan dice, soy de Dallas y arriba los Cowboys, carnal. Raúl, and then I have a question here. I don't know, I didn't get this joke. Maybe Valente gets it. Maybe one of you gets it. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Raúl Lucio says, how do you say meatloaf in Spanish? I don't know.
Oh, it's because they're having meatloaf right now. He's just rubbing it in on us that we're not having meatloaf with them.
Oh, so it's an inside joke.
I thought it was like a dirty joke.
I thought it was a dirty joke.
Yeah, like
I'm
Rock
already
knows.
thinking.
De volada, right?
Yeah.
Rock, what's one of those dirty jokes where you say something in Spanish and it sounds vulgar?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like 20 of them.
I don't know why I thought it was like ground penis meat or something.
Yeah, me too.
O el pinche meatloaf está bruto,
I
carnal.
love
Echas ketchup y la
I want to
chingada.
see raindrops.
Mi suegra se ve. Sí, I want to see raindrops ahí así.
Yeah.
There you go. Sí sabe, vato.
So Valente says, ¿cómo se dice? Quiero.
I want
didn't
to
say
see.
anything.
I want to see. All you gotta say is, I want to see gas.
But in Spanish.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
say I want to see gas in Spanish?
Sí,
right?
quiero
So
ver.
try it at home, y'all. Try it at home, y'all.
There is evidence that Valente's from the valley.
Yeah,
He knew one of the jokes.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one is, ¿cómo se llama la otra? What do you call
Oh my God.
matches in bed? Say it in Spanish.
Matches in bed.
Uh-huh.
Cerillos en la cama.
No, he's saying it the proper Spanish way.
Pinche vato de Reynosa,
How do you say
chingada.
Mechas.
Tiene
He
que-
says mechas.
Mechas.
Mechas en la...
Mechas.
A ver, dilo, baby, dilo tú, baby.
Mechas. I'm not going to fall
That's
into
Mercedes
that.
talk.
That is Mercedes
That's
talk.
Mercedes talk.
Mechas en la cama, carnal.
That's like
By the way-
calling the refrigerator a hielera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, by the way, that phrase was sponsored by Dr. T.
Yeah.
Mechas en la cama.
By the way, we got our producer, Rally. What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up? Shout out to everyone that's on the chat zone. Raul Lucio, save us some meatloaf, please.
That's todo, carnal. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got Valente Rodriguez here with us, man.
¿Qué pasó? Guys, how are you guys?
Oye, Valente.
¿Qué pasó?
¿Te dicen Valente más que Ernie o Ernie más que Valente, carnal?
Ernie.
¿Verdad, bro?
Ernie más.
Because, I mean, I was like, I have you under Ernie on my
Yeah,
phone,
yeah,
but I mean,
yeah.
it says Valente.
No, it's Ernie.
But
It's an Ernie. Frankie también.
Frankie.
it's like if I ever saw, what's the name of the guy? Denver, Bob Denver?
Bob Denver.
I'd call him Gilligan.
That's right.
I wouldn't know him as Bob Denver.
Yeah.
Bob Denver. Or even Campos, or what's his name?
JT.
JT
Yeah.
Campos.
He's
Yeah.
Boas.
He's boss, yeah.
He's Boas. Isn't it crazy how you do
A role?
You have a role on television and you become synonymous with that name?
Yeah.
Can you use that like
All the time, carnal.
yeah.
I get extra nachos. I
Yes.
got another slice of cheese. At Palenque, they give me an extra taco, carnal.
Oh my God. I
Y
love
te
it.
dejamos entrar aquí al
That's
PBT
right.
también, carnal.
Got me some coffee, todo el jale, todo el...
No, yo no conozco Valente. Es Ernie. Déjalo entrar. Déjalo entrar.
We've been waiting for him.
Yeah, man. Man, dude, I'm in awe with you, bro, because you're, first of all, can we talk about your movies and all that stuff? Because I know there's a strike going on right now.
So we can talk, pero we can't. I can't publicize, ¿verdad? Which is fine. We can talk about anything. We
¿Cómo
just-
dice?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, so for example, I'm on something on Disney Plus right now.
Okay.
That's going on
Okay.
that I'm not going to mention because
Okay.
it's going on right now and it's going to premiere,
Sí.
soon,
Uh-huh.
right? So I can't do any of that kind of stuff because we're on. Those are the exact people that we're on strike against, the
Sí.
producers,
Yeah.
the big corporations.
Yeah, because they want to bring AI in.
Well, yes, they want to bring AI, and that's the least of things they want to do. They don't want to pay for any of the internet stuff, any of the streaming, any of the other stuff.
Like the residuals.
Right, because it's different. Watch out. On TV, you get played when it airs on and they can track that when
Yeah.
the rerun, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Every single time it airs. Netflix and Disney Plus, they're not like that. They get their money on subscriptions,
See.
right? So it's not per showing, it's per subscription, but then they can play the thing as many times as you want. You can watch George Lopez, if you get on Peacock, you can watch it over and over and over and over and over and over as many times as you want for one subscription.
Yeah.
Right? As opposed to if it played on TV, I would be getting paid for each one of those times you watch. Not a whole bunch, but I would be getting paid.
But when it's on TV, the network pays for the rights to air the show.
Yes.
And that's how they get their residuals to be able to pay the artist. How can they do that in streaming?
The subscription. That's who's paying for the shows, all their subscribers. And so it's the amount of subscribers they have, right? But here's the deal. They know the numbers. They know exactly what you watch, when you watch, whatever. That's the whole advertising thing with the internet, right?
Yeah.
But they don't want to release those numbers because they know that those numbers are so huge. They're making so much money, they would look ridiculous.
Well, everywhere you hear, lately I've been hearing that a lot of these streaming services are losing billions of dollars, that even Disney Plus is about to go under and stuff.
Well, they might be losing billions of dollars, but ask yourself this. Why is a corporation that does exactly that invest that much money in something if they don't think that's going to be the future? That's going to be the future. Check it out. Everybody in this room is on their phone. Everybody in this room is looking at a computer. We're streaming this over a computer. You got people in Canada and in Texas and in California and in all watching this one thing, right? In a central location.
See.
I think that's where we're going. I think that's where the internet is taking us. I think TV is going to be
The past.
What
the
radio was.
bubblegum, yeah, almost.
Because everybody used to listen to the radio, like to listen to stories and stuff like that before TV. I mean, we still listen to the radio, right, for music.
And
but back
information
then it
and
was
news,
for-
a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, but then TV came up, and then what did they say? Video killed the radio star.
yeah.
You know?
And it gets specialized. It gets really specialized. So now if you're an action dude and all he wants is action movies, well, there you go. You can go to Disney Plus. Y hay tantas, ¿verdad?
And now they have like Fire Sticks. you
Yo,
know?
dude.
And the bootlegging is just
it-
off the charts.
And Rock, it just started, dude. The last 10, 15 years of
It's like
streaming.
Napster, man.
Can you imagine what it's going to be in the next 10, 15 years?
What is it going to be?
Well, who knows? I mean, it's going to
What
be
is
huge.
what is your hypothesis?
Well, it
on
reaches the whole world. That's the other thing.
Global.
It reaches the whole world, and with this little phone, with this little dude,
See.
you can be connected around the whole wide world.
Yeah.
And so you could watch anything you want
Yes,
on
sir.
this. So you increase your audience a whole bunch.
Is it going to happen, bro? Are they going to come to an agreement, or are you guys going to have to figure out another way of continuing in this industry?
I think they're going to come to agreement only because there's so much money being lost. What we have to do is we have to get a contract. We have to start working again, and then start negotiating on the next one.
The contract that you all are asking for, you all don't want AI to be part of it, right? Is that what they're saying? That you don't want AI?
We are saying that what we want certain rules for AI, and they're saying no, AI is not even here yet, and it's like no.
What are the rules you all want for AI?
I don't know exactly what it is, but if you take an individual or a performance of somebody, you also run into rights about whose performance is this, right?
Yeah.
So who can sell it, and who's going to get paid for the sale of that stuff?
Yeah.
We were talking a while back, and you were saying that some of the same instances are happening in the radio, right? Right? And so the thing that replaces the human being, if you replace a human being with a machine, what you lose is the soul. Obviously, you lose the soul. And so you're trying to make a connection with a soulless thing. So you're a human being with a soul, and you're trying to make a connection with a soulless thing. Yes, it can give you information. Yes, it'll tell you the time. Yes, it'll do all of those things. But it certainly won't entertain, and it certainly doesn't have the
Well, not
experiences
yet.
that you have.
Not yet.
Well,
I mean, everything is just getting better and better.
it is, but there are also certain levels of entertainment, So reality is one, then there's scripted is another one, and then pseudo-reality, and then documentary, and then film and sitcom. All of these are different ways of entertaining.
But we all know this because we come from a history. I mean, we're from the Generation X, where we grew up without machines. We grew up without devices. We know how it was to live without it. Gen Z, they don't know anything other than their phone and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're the ones that are going to carry the torch into the next, next generation as far as consuming entertainment, consuming the movie, consuming,
and making that entertainment on those particular instruments, on the internet, on the iPhone, on the laptop, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's those kids. I have a 16-year-old, and he'd never known a day in his life without a computer, right? I lived my first 35 years without a computer.
Yeah. Wasn't it lovely?
Oh, I loved it.
It was great.
Oh, I loved
Little
it. I
town
loved
like
it. I loved
Elsa,
it.
you know.
I loved it. Are you kidding me? And,
Yeah.
los canales, no hombre.
Yeah.
The computer won't hold a candle to a canal, man.
Bien, estábamos clavados en el canal, carnal.
De
Por eso un
volada.
pinche immune system que tenemos está bruto. No nos pega ni una chingada, carnal.
Y nos pescamos un catán de volada y échale, ahí están los tacos.
Pinche,
carnal.
siendo el pinche, ¿cómo se llama? El can opener en el Delta Lake, carnal. ¿Entiendes? Te aventabas de la pinche...
Allá en la hielera, carnal, allá.
Ay, que eso es la hielera. Ay, tú eres de going to the
Oh,
hood,
my
bro.
goodness,
Ten cuidado
that's
con la
hood.
hielera, carnal. Ahí por la Montecristo.
That's right, brother. Hey, do you know they have allá en Montecristo? They have a nudist colony allá.
Yeah,
Oh,
on
yeah.
Seminary Road.
Ay, güey, ¿cómo sabes
That's
tú,
old
cabrón?
news.
Because
¿Cómo sabes tú?
I'm from Edinburgh. That's
Ah,
why.
okay, está bueno, güey.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. If you only had one rag, one little towel,
Right?
and you didn't have any other clothes, and
Right.
you were walked in, where would you put it?
On my eyes.
Yeah.
That's where I would put it, right there on my eyes.
Uno dice, yo me lo poniera en la cara para taparme la cara, carnal, para que nadie sepa que soy yo, carnal.
So it'd be like,
Hey, Rock. But they would recognize me, though. Porque I'm special, carnal. Míralo, ahí viene.
Ese vato viene de Van Nuys, California. ¿Dónde está el porno industry allá? What part of California is the porno industry? It's Van Nuys, right?
Debe ser the Valley.
The Valley.
They always
¿verdad?
say the Valley. I'm not sure quite Valley, but if they're saying the Valley, they're probably talking about, Van Nuys,
Yeah.
Encino. North
That's
Hollywood.
another thing, the porno industry, you've got now, OnlyFans,
Well, apparently the
And,
porno industry is what spurred the freaking internet.
Yeah.
Because everybody was, or the fastness of the streaming. Because everybody, they didn't want their porno to be all choppy and everything.
Yeah.
So they wanted faster streaming.
yeah.
Yeah. I need the business streaming, please.
I need
The
access,
business
please.
Wi-Fi.
I need a gig at least porque
Business
it's
Wi-Fi.
freezing. It's freezing at the wrong moment.
Yeah. Apenas te vas a dejar caer, carnal, chinga. If it stops in a good part, no, so that's crazy, man. So, I mean, I was one of the reasons that I said I'm in awe about your career is because how long you've been in this industry. There's not many Hispanics that last this long, especially from the Rio Grande Valley. You're from Elsa.
Yeah.
Your first movie was in 1988.
Yeah.
How long were you? You graduated in 82, so that's about 6 years that you had before you made your first movie,
Right.
which was Salsa.
Motion picture.
Yeah, motion picture.
Yeah.
So, what did you do right after you graduated?
It was college.
Okay.
Those 6 years were college. 5 of those years were college. I went to 4 years here at Pan Am. It was Pan Am back then, back last century, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Y luego, I graduated. I didn't have any money, and so I gotta figure out how to make money. So I took 1 year of graduate school.
¿Dónde?
Aquí
en Pan Am. Órale.
I got a $2,500 grant to pay a loan, not a grant, a loan
Sí.
to pay for graduate school. I took $500 and I paid for that 1 year, and I put $2,000 in the bank, and that's the money I went to LA with the very next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, ¿en qué año te fuiste para Los Angeles?
87.
87. So, tenías ya como unos 24 years old?
23.
23.
23. I got there in 87. I got 4 jobs. I was working as a carpenter. I was working in a video store. I was working as a telemarketer. And I was working as a courier. Y luego my first audition I got in December. I'd been there for like 4 months. And it was for Salsa, the motion picture.
And how did you already have somebody connected over there before you left, or did you go in there just hacia el puro,
I had one connection. One of my professors had gone to college with one of the agents that was out there.
Okay.
And so she had given me a number and a letter and all the introduction. And I walked into her office and she goes, if you're not a member of the union, I can't represent you, but come on in for 5 minutes. Let's talk. All right. And I had an old, do you guys remember the 3/4 VHS? The really big one that looked like a brick?
Yeah.
I had one of those
Sí.
that had just theater stuff on it, back of the house theater stuff. I talked with her for 5 minutes, and I'm walking out, and I noticed she had a machine, and professor had put 5 minutes together like a sizzle reel, ¿verdad? And as I'm leaving, I go, Terry, I see you have a machine. I got this. It's like 5 minutes. I'm going to leave it here. Do me a favor. look at it, and if I suck, tell me. If I'm really terrible, just tell me, and I'll go away, whatever. She's kind of snickered a bit. The very next day, she gave me a call. She said, I won't sign you, but I'm going to send you on a couple of things to see how you do. And the first thing she sent me on, I got.
Wow.
Silent Motion Picture.
Wow.
Wow.
And so
awesome.
where was this that you had to go to an audition at an office there in Hollywood or where?
Yeah, well, the casting directors are all over Hollywood. Some are in Hollywood, some are in North Hollywood, some are in West LA, all over the place. This particular one was in Hollywood. And it was at somebody's office, actually. But that's not unusual. Usually you go to an office, and then after you move down the line in terms of the audition, you're getting closer and closer to getting the part, because they're usually seeing 10, 15, 20 people for every single part.
Sí.
Sometimes even more. For George Lopez, it was even more.
Yeah.
As the numbers get smaller, more people start coming into the room, more responsible, the producers and the directors, because everybody's got a say about your, and then eventually you end up at whatever studio is making it.
And you're not making any money while you're doing this. This is your time. This is your,
Yes. No, they don't pay you for auditions.
finance your own thing up. How were you making it up there in LA?
I was doing those 4 jobs I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I was selling gold over the phone.
See.
it was a scam, brother.
Oh no! I was about to say that's.
I had no part in it. I was the dude on the phone. I'm the dude that calls that everybody hates.
You were
That
spam
was
before
me.
cell phone
That was
spam.
exactly that was me. Hello, would you like to buy some gold? Click. Oh, shit. Hello. But the great thing about it was we were in Newport Beach. And Newport Beach is over the top. Beautiful. Yes. And we had a window that looked over the harbor. And the boss would go home at 6 p.m. And we have long distance numbers. We'd be calling all over the country. All our friends, we'd be calling, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm working. No, it's fine. I can talk.
Déjame hablarle a mama ya porque todo era long distance back then, bro.
I don't feel bad about selling gold, about defrauding people, because I never sold anything.
No. Hey, but you did a good job selling yourself.
That's right, brother.
And that's all that mattered.
That's what matters.
Because you got the acting bug. You went to LA. You got picked on your first casting there for the movie Salsa. How was that experience with the Salsa movie, bro?
It was over the top. It was over the top, because I'm from down here, Elsa. Even the Rio Grande Valley back then, it was, it's grown a lot. It was small and it was isolated. And so this idea that now on the Celia Cruz is on that soundtrack, brother. Tito Puente's on that soundtrack.
Yeah.
And so that actually was really, really big time for me.
Wow.
Yeah. And when it came out, the very first week it came out, we led the box office, carnal.
Sí.
Sí.
Yeah. Y todos eran tus familias, los primos.
That's
y las
right,
primas.
that's right. Toda la familia, hey!
That's why we hired the Hispanic. They got about 100 family members
Right, each. Yeah.
in one house.
And they all went in the same car.
El Ford Focus, fuimos a verlo en el Ford Focus. Oye, Grandma, los vamos a meter todos al Ford Focus. Cállate, métete el cenicero. Ándale, let's go.
Ándale.
El cenicero.
Oh yeah, and the grandmas always had like this big purse donde metían todos los sándwiches, right? To the
Todavía,
smuggle them in.
carnal. Todavía. La rally.
The thing about my grandma is that she would make sándwiches de huevo, and then when she would open it, no, they were good, but it smelled.
Sándwiches de
De
huevo.
huevo. Imagine.
Yeah, huevo con chorizo, like
That's awesome.
Hey, I want to go to the movies with your grandma, bro. Trae el pinche taco, carnal.
She still does it, bro.
And she pulls out the Hoya.
Oh yeah, you made that look like she was pulling out a dildo or something. That was too big, dude.
Hey, it's magical.
Yeah.
Okay, we went. I'm sorry.
No.
I took it too far.
You went X-rated in front of our guests.
My bad, Valente. I apologize,
No.
Valente. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the reason that Valente is here in the Rio Grande Valley is because he's got a show coming up.
Yep.
This Friday, he's doing stand-up comedy in Brownsville at the bar. And we've got the poster here so you can check it out. And then on that's Friday night. And a big shout out to everybody from Brownsville, Texas. The bar is right off the expressway. You want to be able to check out the show, the comedy show. Can you find the poster there,
Give
babe?
me 1 second.
You got it? And it's just an all-star cast, and Valente's doing the
Yes, it's right here, sir.
There it is. Let's see. Just check it out. There you go.
Hello? Ay,
So
chulo.
Valente and like 3 other comedians
Chulo,
as
yeah.
well. Flo Hernandez, he's a headliner. It's hosted by Valente and Edward Hernandez, Panda Chacon. And then after Brownsville, they're going to bring it on over to McAllen, downtown Cine El Rey, which is an historic theater, and we love to watch comedy. We saw Willie Barcena there a couple of weeks back. But that's why he's down, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're in Brownsville, all our fans in Brownsville, Harlingen, San Benito, you can go check him out in Brownsville this Friday night. And then on Saturday, Raza de aquí de Mission, McAllen, Edinburgh, you want to see some awesome comedy, you go to Cine El Rey. It's going to be fantastic. So you host a show, but you do a little comedy. Do you do some stand-up comedy, Valente?
I didn't train as a stand-up comic, but when George was going and I was on the show, I actually went to Houston with him and I did about 10 minutes in front of like 15,000.
Yeah.
And I find it easy, mostly because I was like the class clown when I was in high school and that sort of stuff. And then my head está bien loca, and so I think of all this crazy stuff, and so
it's sensationalizing stories.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you just tell
Totally.
stories of your life. I mean, I'm sure you could stand up there and say like an hour of stories that have happened in your life in
completely,
LA,
brother,
and
completely.
people will be like, it'll be compelling.
Yeah. Our show is a little different too. Unfortunately, Flo's not coming.
Okay.
Flo's not going to be there. I just called him. He's going through some stuff. Pero it's a little different event for us. I call it an event porque usually what happens is when you go to a place, you usually don't meet the comics. You see the show, and then if you go and buy some of their merchandise, you might meet them there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come to our show, the first thing you see is probably me running around the house. I'm in the house. I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
I'm shaking hands. I'm taking pictures. I'm doing selfies. I'm doing all this kind of stuff because I think that's part of the immediacy of comedy. When you know somebody, when you've actually shook their hand and spend 30 seconds or a minute and a half with somebody, you get to learn some information about them, and that's what my stand-up is.
You're picking up material.
Exactly.
That's what you're doing.
That's exactly right.
And plus, you're getting the energy from them being excited of being there.
Yes.
And so that happened to me when we went with Willie Barcena. They asked me last minute, hey, can you go up there and start it off? And I'm like, damn. I was kind of nervous, and then I went to the back, and I was there with Willie and Chingo and all this. Dame el pinche micrófono, que vámonos,
Let's
recio.
go.
You know, so you get that energy, man. But
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to go out and check it out. Now, a lot of people might not know Valente Rodriguez. There are some youngsters that watch the show as well, and he was part of the movie Blood In and Blood Out, which has been like an historic. We have a clip of that. Put it up, baby, and put us on there so we can check
Hold on,
it
give
out.
me 1 second.
Which clip is it?
Vamos a ver.
Okay, gracias.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay, Belinda. It's all right. It's all right.
It's okay, Belinda.
¿Qué pasó, locos?
Hey, Crucito, congratulations. Come on for an abrazo, ese.
Órale, Gilbert. In a minute, Holmes.
Come check out the carrucha, carnal.
Órale.
Órale, Crucito. Cruz Candelaria, vato. This is big time, Holmes.
¿Por qué chingos trajeron aquel baboso? Yes, it's too bright in here. It's too much white.
Hey, Crucito, Holmes. What happened to our invitation? What, are you ashamed of Frankie?
Are you ashamed of me, Holmes? I'm glad you came. But why'd you have to bring Gilbert, that culero? You know Gilbert can smell money from across town, Holmes. Shit. He came to help you spend that plata. Oh, shit, I can't pay him now, ese. Nada más tengo 10 bolas. I've only got $10 to my name. What, with those prices? Hey, shit, I ain't sold nothing, ese.
Well, maybe if we jack up a few of these mighty corners, vato.
I got the guy in the bell bottom.
And I'll take everyone without a
Cool,
bra,
I'm trying to hold it
vato.
together.
Gilbert wants his full payback, Holmes, before he's gonna give us any credit.
quiet,
Crucito. No, you...
Cálmate, vato. Relax. Here, have some pisto. I'll see what I can do, all right?
That was good.
That's Chucho. That's Ray Cruz, vato. That's that dude from the methamphetamine show.
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. That's him.
Who?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's
Ray Cruz, the Tecato guy, the other guy in the scene.
Yeah, he's
El
the one that-
camarada de Pinkman.
No, he's one of the drug lords, the first drug lord that they go to, the one where he
with the
explodes
pit bull and the chains and
like,
shit.
carnal. He was like, carnal.
Oh, that's him.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
Tuco.
Yeah, Tuco. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're sure?
That's
You
Tuco,
haven't
dude.
seen it?
Wow.
Yes.
brother.
No lo conocí con el gorro.
From that movie, he did
Training Day?
Training Day, The Rock, Clear and Present Danger, Aliens 4. It was like boom, 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 crazy.
But he's forever known as Tuco now.
Yes.
Now he
Yeah,
is,
like you are Ernie.
I golf with that vato.
Yeah.
What's the
We go
scene?
golf.
What's the scene from that movie that everybody tells you about? Is it that one or?
The one where we're driving down the thing where I'm yelling, throw it out, this your papi's shotgun, throw it out the pinche window. That one.
What year did this movie come out?
93.
93. So you had already had a couple of movies under your belt, or 88 was your first.
I done some movies, but then I started to do a whole bunch of little TV. Dude, I did a Golden Girls. I'm on Golden Girls.
I've seen the clip. I've seen the clip.
Oh
Fucking
my
Golden
God.
Girls.
Con la
I'm on
Betty
Falcon
White.
Crest. On Falcon Crest. I'm on Falcon Crest.
I remember that.
Married with Children. Some old school.
Married
school
with Children. I
Yeah.
fucking love that
and
show.
so X-Files. I did an X-Files.
Really?
Hell yeah.
I
And
wanna
so
watch that.
I was doing a lot of and I was doing a lot of theater, because for what I originally was thinking I was gonna do is be a theater actor, ¿verdad? Whatever that is.
Do
But
they make good money, those people?
They don't make nearly as good money as TV and film people. That you get paid a lot less money.
And there's no residuals as well, right?
There are no residuals. Yeah. But you do have different special deals in terms of if you help develop the show, then you get a little piece of it, and then whenever the show is done again, you get a little piece of that. But
What is it
Nowhere
that-
near like TV and film.
What is it that attracts an actor? Because you hear a lot of actors that do movies and they're
Right.
already, credible movie stars, artists, and they all want to go back to theater. Why? What is it that attracts them to the theater?
Because first of all, you rehearse for a set amount of time. When you're doing movies, there's hardly ever a lot of rehearsal. And if you're the big stars, you might rehearse like 2 weeks beforehand, right? And TV and movies, you could do it as many times as you want until you get it right. Not the same in theater.
No.
No. Saturday night comes, the curtain opens, you got 2.5 hour long the show is. You got from there to there, and you got to get through it. Nobody's going to sell cut. Nobody's going to, we're going to do it over. The light was in the way, or the boom was in the way, or I forgot the line, whatever. No. You got to get it. And so in terms of developing your acting skill, that's where it is. Right there. Because you have to prepare yourself so well that even if you do make a mistake and you do forget, you know where to go. You know how to get out of it. You know, you have enough skill to be able to do that. And so I think that's what really attracts them, so that they can hone their skills so they can be better at TV and movies, because acting is all the same. It's all the same. You might have to be louder for one thing or because they can't hear you, but it's still about right here. It's still about your face and your emotions and all that, because it all comes out through there.
Yeah.
So I think it's the fact that it's the training ground. Yeah.
So after salsa, you wanted to go in a theater, you said?
I did a lot of theater.
In L.A. or New York?
No, in L.A. In L.A. There was there's a lot of theater in L.A., but it's small, little bitty 99-seat houses. And so what I did is I took the money I got from salsa and I saved it in the bank.
How much did you make from salsa?
I made like $18,000.
And
Which was like
a month's work?
No, it was like 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
About 6 weeks worth of work.
$18,000.
18 grand.
For a kid from the valley.
That never seen more than, $35 at a time.
And in those times, it's like,
are you
a
kidding,
lot of
brother?
money.
What did you get right as soon as you got paid, man? What'd you
I
go
didn't.
do?
I didn't, brother.
You didn't?
I put it all in the freaking bank because I knew I'd put it all in the bank.
Es porque no sabes si vas a tener jale after that.
No, bro. And even when I was working, I was still eating ramen noodles. I was eating a lot of ramen noodles and a a macaroni con ground beef.
Sí.
Fideo
Ground
también,
beef.
yeah.
They had a question in the chat zone about DJ Tiny said, is there a 5-hour version of Blood In, Blood Out? Is there really a 5-hour version?
There isn't, but at the very beginning, it was 4 something or other. It was a lot longer. There's about 45 minutes that were cut.
So there is a longer version somewhere.
There
no?
isn't, no.
Oh, there isn't.
Because it was
all cut.
It was all cut.
Oh,
so
wow.
if you remember the character Ben Bratt, the dude that became the cop.
Benjamin Bratt. Parece mexicano ese vato, no hispano.
He is, though. He's a half Filipino, creo, y
Sí.
half Guatemala.
Ese vato se guachaba bruto con la muscle shirt y la hat.
El gallo negro. Are you talking about el gallo
Pinche man
negro?
crush, que tienes man crush.
Yeah, man.
If I was a lowrider, I'd want to look like that.
That's right.
O si no, como el vato que tiene el bigote con el little que está en la pinta, ¿cómo se llama? Rivera.
Sí, Emilio.
Emilio Rivera, is that his
Emilio?
name? Yeah.
The one who's on the Mayans.
With the black.
And
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, it's
La
Emilio.
otra mitad de mi corazón,
It's Emilio.
carnal.
He also has a golf tournament, Emilio.
Yeah.
He raises money.
So what we're worried right now, the question was?
Oh, yeah, if there was a 5-hour version and
Oh, yeah.
he answered.
Yeah, so
and-
they cut those 40. Ben had a girlfriend, and that girlfriend was a reporter, and there was a whole nother storyline there.
Oh.
None of that is in
None
the
of
movie.
that is
Sí.
there. Also, we got a super chat from Sebastian Silva. He says, ask him, hey, carnal, your blue eyes are turning caquita brown. Can you say that?
Brown, Caquita Brown.
Thank you, Sebastian.
That's when they're doing the tattoo, the VL.
Was that on the
Yeah.
script or you made that? You brought that in?
No, a lot of that was made up.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of those
A
things.
lot of improv.
Yeah.
Porque like Boaz was
A
telling.
lot of that scene, the Belinda.
Uh-huh.
It's okay, Belinda. Here's my ticket, Belinda. All that other stuff.
Yeah. Pues eres de aquí, tú sabes hacer eso, no, I mean,
Cagando el palo.
ya sabes, carnal, ¿entiendes? I mean, es como el Boaz, dice Boaz que, you know, he did a lot of his own wording and stuff, and they let it pass by, you know, with the show. So they gave you the freedom to be, you know, the person you think or speak the way you thought you should be speaking, right?
Usually what ends up happening is you do the exact thing that's written. ¿Verdad? Y luego after that, after they're satisfied that they have that, then they give you a take or two and say, okay, go ahead. Say whatever. You don't have to say these words. Just get to the place you need to get to at the end, right?
Sí.
And then a lot of those times, that's the stuff they use.
Yeah.
That's the stuff they
How
end up
was it
using.
working with like Miklo and you know, because that's another guy that todos lo conocen como Miklo, carnal.
Yeah, well, that was his first movie. Fíjate.
Yeah.
That was his very first movie.
He didn't do much
he was
after
really
that, did he?
wide-eyed.
Well, he did Street Fighter.
He did a lot of
Yeah, with Van Damme.
He did a lot of personal, his own production stuff. Actually, Dad, I heard some things that weren't very good about that stuff. Pero I haven't seen him in.
Well, he's doing a tour as
25
well. He'll be here in the Valley,
Right.
Labor Day weekend.
Right.
Him and Rivera, I think they're doing like
Magic.
They're going
Right.
out, and he's been
Yes.
doing that since like 20 years ago.
Magic has a really, really interesting story, man, because he had a hard childhood, and he has a book out también, so that might be part of the reason he's going out trying to push.
Who was Magic? Who was the guy?
The one you were talking
Rivera.
about with
Pero it's Rivera, right? Was that his name or
I don't know his real name. I know his name's Magic
Victor Rivers?
in the movie.
I forgot.
Yeah, I think that's the name.
Sí,
I
sí,
think
sí.
that's
Somebody
name,
on the
Victor
chat
Rivers.
zone will know for
Sí,
sure.
sí, they'll know.
Yeah. So after that movie, you when did that George Lopez happen?
George Lopez wasn't until 2002.
2002. We got a
So-
little clip right now. Let's check out a little
which
clip.
one?
You don't think he would notice that?
Yeah, he saw me. He pointed his mic at me so that I could sing with him.
Orale, act so gross. He wasn't pointing it at you, man. He was swinging it at your head from the bottom. Are you kidding? When I was 6, she'd be with the car in the driveway and never apologize.
She ran you over and she didn't say she was sorry?
Nope. She just cracked the window and said, "Why are you crying?" You know where I parked the car? Walk right, show off, and I was like that.
Now, I remember that. There was a big dent in the car with black hair in it. And she told the whole neighborhood she hit a bear.
Give me one second.
Axel Gross.
Bro, that whole series was
I'm glad you didn't put the part where I bent over, carnal.
no, but I actually got that off a YouTube clip that has like the greatest scenes with you, and so, but getting on that show really did that change your life more than being in Blood In and Blood Out? and all
Totally,
that?
brother. Totally. Because Blood In, Blood Out didn't have a really big showing when it came out. It's Disney. You got it's Disney. And
How
so,
much money did you make for Blood In, Blood Out? Was it as much as Salsa or less?
It was more because I worked more. That was a point where I was still earning pretty much scale, which is like minimum wage that they pay you.
What
which is
was
still a lot
scale
of money.
back then?
Probably somewhere around 800.
A day?
No.
A week?
No, it was like 400 a day, like 1,500 a week, something like that. Something like that. And I ended up working like 12 weeks. And, then
And everything was
overtime.
filmed there in L.A., right? I mean, or did
East L.A. or
the beginning stuff and the second stuff but all the jail stuff was in San Quentin.
Oh, see?
In jail, in population, while they're actually
with actual
prisoners.
Yes,
prisoners. Wow.
There's some of the actors that were there tell stories of when they confused somebody for somebody else, and one of the guards racked a bullet into their gun. Everything went into lockdown because they thought somebody was trying to escape or whatever, and it was one of the actors going to the bathroom.
I think I read somewhere that the guys that were in good behavior, that they let them like actually
be
come
the
out
extras
in the movie
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's true?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So we did
That's
2 months.
awesome.
2 months in L.A. They went to 2 months San Quentin. I wasn't there, and then they come back, and we did 2 more months in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a long shoot.
What an amazing experience in a movie that's just been an iconic piece of film, crazy.
Yeah. And it's really you guys. It's really the audience, that the public that has kept it there, because the studio didn't do anything to push it or anything like that.
And they've made memes out of that movie. Give me
Oh
some
my
chon
God.
chon. I mean,
and T-shirts and red underwear. And hombre, todo el jale.
dude, that movie had so much impact on many people,
Everything,
and
bro.
memes nowadays. They
Little
even-
GTOs, todo el jale.
Yeah, man, crazy. So then George Lopez, you joined George Lopez. Did you have to go through a large casting?
That's the most I've ever gone through. I went through seven auditions. It's the most I've ever gone through. And I kept getting called back and back and back. And what happens is you show up into a large room, and there's 15, 20 other people that you probably know because you've been working with you see them, right? Every single time there's a job that all of us could do, we all show up, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
And so we know each other. And that group keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And the people that are left are the ones that have the opportunity.
Wow.
At the very end, there's just 2.
It's like a pageant.
Yeah, like a pageant. There's just 2. And at the very, very end, they'll make you sign the contract before you audition, so that you don't have any leverage.
Because you weren't picked yet, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you take the money, right? Now once they pick you, you could maybe say, no, I want more than that, right? But if you don't know, yeah, I'll take that, which is a lot of money.
Did you do
TV
that?
scale is $15,000 a week.
Okay.
That's what TV scale is. And now it's actually a little more. But that's
Did you
what it was
sign
back
that
then.
paper before?
Heck yeah. Are you kidding me?
You
15
signed
a week?
Yeah.
15 a week?
Did
I
your-
don't see
Still a lot of
15 a
money.
year at
Did
that
your
point.
confidence grow each time, or did you feel like, oh man?
When I first got the script, I read the script and I was really extremely excited. One, there was no script like this any other place. There wasn't. And then 2, this dude named Ernie, I can do.
Yeah.
I can do. I know I can do. It's like a guy who knows he can hit a curveball. Throw me a curve, baby. Throw me a curve, and I'm gonna hit it out the park.
Do you think
I knew I could do this part.
Do you think your chubbiness had something to?
Oh heck yeah!
Because I mean, I can't see a skinny Ernie like you are right now, bro.
It did.
Hey,
No.
it's got-
And it played well with George, right? It played really, really well with George.
See, bro.
Awesome.
And so
dynamic.
and I kept getting, and then the other thing is, here's the deal about what we were talking about earlier, theater. Once you've built your skill, once you've built it, and you're totally confident with it, the more times you do it, if you come from theater, the better you're going to get, because you're going to discover more things.
See.
And by then, I'd gone in 7 times, and I'd rehearsed it in the shower, while cooking, while barbecuing, while on the toilet taking a shit, while, I just over and over and over and over. And once I got there at the very end, I went up to the stage. They said, "Are you ready?" And there's 100 people in a room that holds maybe 75, full, packed. Everybody's there. ABC, Warner Brothers, all the people that are going to make the decision. And there's a stage. And I go up to the stage, and there's a person I'm going to read with. The person is going to be talking back and forth to me. I say, "You guys ready?" "Yeah, I'm ready. I'm reading with you." Okay. I turn my back to the audience. I turn around, and the minute I turn around, they burst laughing. They burst out laughing. Because I had this look on my face, like Ernie, that's sort of like, wow. And then I said the first line, and they laughed more, and they laughed more, and more, and more. I never had an audition like that. Ever,
That's
ever,
great.
ever.
How incredible.
Driving home,
Wow.
my agent calls. Hey, what's going on? How'd it go? Well, it went like scary well. It went. I'm not sure. Maybe they were laughing because I was so bad, but they were laughing a lot. And she was like, no, you were good. They're offering you the part. So when I got it, before I even got home, I knew I had it.
Firma el papel, 15,000 por semana.
Oh, brother.
And all
we
the
did
amenities.
4 shows. Those were the first 4 shows.
Te daban un per diem también y todo, ¿no?
Te dan dressing room. Te dan all kinds of
The good stuff.
Me salí del janitor's closet, ya no tuve que cambiarme adentro. Yeah. So how long did the George Lopez series last?
So we went from 2002 to 2007. 120 shows.
120 shows times 15,000. ¿Qué chingados? ¿Qué tanto es eso, carnal?
And there were raises también. No, there were raises.
I measured
was a
money.
raise.
¿No te dan bonus, carnal? ¿Te dan bonus?
That's a lot of Corvettes.
They do, actually.
Yeah.
They do give you bonuses. And then we were syndicated on top of that. So that means we were bought off. So we got canceled in 2007.
¿Por qué?
Money.
¿Ya se estaba agüitando el show o qué?
No,
money.
we were getting better and better and better and better.
¿Y George quería más feria?
No. The show, they had 2 shows. They had Life According to Jim and George Lopez, which was pretty much the exact same show. One's white and one's brown.
Okay.
Right?
Who was Jim? What show was that?
Jim Belushi.
Ándale, okay.
Or was it Jim? Not Jim.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Jim Belushi.
Jim.
¿Verdad? Yeah. And they wanted a new show coming in because they thought they were going to get better ratings than the George Lopez show, which didn't happen.
No.
It didn't happen.
And then George went to late night, no? He did the George Lopez show.
He did, yeah. But, he kept doing his stand-up all throughout.
Sí. Pues ahí está la feria.
And his venues got bigger and bigger and bigger
Sí.
and bigger and bigger. He's good. He's on stage.
He's been real controversial lately, no, bro?
Well, if you're not controversial...
Se olvida la gente de
what
ti.
what really are you saying? Look, at a particular point, and that man doesn't have to perform anymore in terms of money. He's got more than enough money in the bank to survive for the next 3 lifetimes, right? So if he's going to be doing it, what the hell is he doing it for? For more money? No, at this point I can say what I want to say and not care, really, which, kudos to him. Now, what he says and where he says it and all that kind of stuff, well, that's a whole nother thing. But I feel really proud that we have a Latino individual who can do that, ¿verdad? And make a stand and say this is who we are.
Pues el pedo que trabajan con George es cuando relajó otro comedian, bro, en un podcast, ¿verdad?
I remember.
Lo que pasó, ¿verdad, Chess?
Somebody asked him about somebody, and then he's like, who?
Barbosa, some Barbosa guy, the comedian.
Yeah.
And apparently he said, hey, nobody knows him. And Willie Barcena was here as well. And he was saying that George doesn't like to share, y que quién sabe qué, or help people out and stuff like that. But, I don't know him. You probably, do you still keep in contact with George?
I do.
Like on a daily basis or weekly basis or every once in a while se topan, okay?
It's more like a bi-weekly or monthly thing. We go out golf every now and then.
Sí.
Every now and then. Now, the relationship that I had with him on television and on the show that we did was more than giving, much more than giving. Really fast, really quick, really smart, right? But that's because we were working together. So I don't have the relationship of I'm another comic and he's a comic, right? I don't have that.
Yeah.
So he doesn't see me like that, and so I don't get anything. I just get love from the man because we work so well together.
Besides you being on his show and has he, because I know he did a show with all of you on his late night show. It was like a reunion show.
Yeah.
And I remember you walking in and everything.
Yeah.
Now, other than that, has he ever given you a heads up on a show or on some work or anything like that?
We were on Lopez versus Lopez.
Okay.
The adults. We came and did the Christmas show. Nice. But here's the deal. That's cool. That's totally cool. With me, that's totally cool. We're all out there hustling. We're all out there trying to move forward. They're all out there. And when we can help each other, we do. A lot of times, the public doesn't realize that as actors, we have very little power. Very little power. And seldom can we say, this guy or I walk. You can't say that kind of stuff, right?
No demands.
Unless you're Tom Cruise, man.
Yeah.
If you're Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise.
you can demand whatever you want.
Es el Scientology.
Oh, my
my gosh.
Unless you're the
have
top
whatever you
gun.
want. But it really is the producers and the studios that hold the majority of the cards. And so what you try to do is you try to get to the point where you can perhaps start your own stuff, make your own movie, write your own script and try and get it into Netflix or some other place like that. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Chorizo de HH.
Ándale, chorizo.
Yo no sé si Valente allá en Hollywood prende el bote, pero si lo prendes, Valentina, te llevas un chorizo de HH, papá.
Oh, hell yeah.
Y pones unas fajitas y unos choricitos ahí, unos sausages, le echas chorizo con queso, un choriqueso, papá, mira. Y de ahí agarras una tortillita de maíz y le avientas en un taquito y quedas bien de aquellas, papá. Ya sé que, pues tú sabes, you watch what you eat y todo, carnal, estás flaquito y todo, ¿verdad? Pero el día que te quieras desbalagar un poquito,
I love chorizo, brother. I love chorizo.
Ahí le entras. Chorizo de HH. Originally, you probably remember H&H, from Mercedes.
Yeah.
Well, they went out, they no longer existed, and the son of the person that brought it up, Liborio Hinojosa Jr., has brought back this delicious chorizo de HH, which was one of the best, and it is still. You can find it at all your HEBs, ladies and gentlemen. We got a list of the HEBs you can find it at.
Congratulations.
Brownsville,
for
San Benito, Harlingen, Mercedes,
San Bene.
West Elsa, papá. Elsa, cállate la boca, shut up. Le
Ya
llevas
nomás
un,
falta
That's where we
McAllen.
used to hang out.
le llevas un chorizo de HH a la mamá, el papá, a los Rodriguez, allá. San Juan and Far. And ladies and gentlemen, if they don't have it at your HEB, you need to tell them that they need to get it because it is amazing. Also want to thank McAllen's new Tejano Country hotspot, Cobras. Cobras Bar and Grill, 2005 West Nolana Avenue in McAllen. Open Thursday through Saturday with live Tejano and country music. Now, this Thursday, they have Noche Frontera. They have DJ Colonel Chris, and he's playing the George Strait, the Mazzi, Intocable, the Frontera, Selena, Solido. It is an amazing party to kick off the week Thursday night. Pero no te chifles mucho Thursday night porque todavía te queda viernes, ¿verdad? Para tener que ir a jalar y la chingada. Si haces calling el viernes, el boss no te va a creer que estás malo, carnal. Dice que andaba en el pedo. So, make sure to just take it easy if you do go Thursday. And then Friday night, El Galán de San Antonio, David Mares, will be celebrating his birthday there, August 25th. That's Friday night. September 1st, Chente Barrera. September 18th, Marcos Orozco. September 15th, Sonny Sauceda. So they've got some great stuff, great music coming. And you give them a call and you can reserve your table con botella de bucana y la chingada, todo ese pedo y las rosas para la baby doll. Y tienen hors d'oeuvres también. Esos son appetizers. Son hors d'oeuvres.
Nachos y salsa, carnal.
Son pinches hors d'oeuvres mexicanos.
Yeah, the Valley hors d'oeuvres.
Sí, son Valley. No es caviar, papá. But you can call them at 956-510-3599. Chris, make sure to talk to her. So let's go to the chat zone. Chaz, do we have any questions for Ernie, Valente?
A couple of shout outs to the faithful and true Johnny Porquez, Eli Decay, Claudio Matamoros, Krabby Crab, always loud and proud.
Krabby Crab?
They're always logging in. And wanted to ask you the subtle differences, or maybe not so subtle, between the Texas Mexican culture and the California Mexican culture. Is there something that stands out to you?
Or
what?
Yeah. No, I think so.
Examples?
I think
Las viejas no son tan tóxicas allá.
Yeah, I
No,
was gonna say.
I think
This might backfire on him. He has to be careful.
That's right. They're not gonna let me back in, carnal. You still set me up. No, I think the Mexicanos down in Texas, especially down in the Rio Grande Valley, speak Spanish more. First of all,
More better.
well, Spanish period, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Hablan español.
Ajá.
Allá, a lot of the Mexicanos don't speak Spanish,
Mucho.
¿verdad? Because of that culture. También, I think over there they move towards being politically more towards like a Chicano, right? Which is a combination of the two cultures of the Mexican and the American. Whereas here, a lot of us call ourselves Mexicanos first, although we're born here in the United States, ¿verdad? But when they ask you, you say, I'm Mexicano, I'm Mexican, ¿verdad? Technically correct, you'd have to say, I'm an American, because I was born here, ¿verdad? Then I think the other thing, I think in terms of food, I think the food here is a lot heavier, which I like more. Yeah. Because it starts with, a cuchara of Crisco is the first thing they put in the pinche pan, ¿verdad?
Échale manteca de marrano ahí.
Mash those beans, que la fregada.
We have fried beans. Oh, well, refry them.
Refry them. You did it once, you know how to do it. Do it again.
Pa' que amarre.
And here's the other thing. That's really, really big. The tamales. Mm-hmm. The tamales in California are really big, and it's like 80% masa. And they're all dry. They're dry like a desert. The tamales down here are nice and greasy. They're smaller.
Delias, papa.
Oh, brother.
Es veneno, carnal.
Oh. Somebody brought me 2 dozens from the valley up to Dallas when we did the comedy show in Dallas. Oh, they didn't get home, brother.
No, carnal. Chicken and cheese. Ooh. Oye, Dad. In-N-Out or Whataburger, papa?
This is a question.
It's an easy
that will make
one.
or break him.
I'll tell you what it is. It's Whataburger's burgers, and the only things from In-N-Out is the French fries. The French fries from In-N-Out.
No, tiene que ser nomás uno o lo otro, carnal.
Well, it would have to be Whataburger.
You're staying neutral.
Whataburger.
He said it here.
Endorsed.
Whataburger.
Es que we tried In-N-Out ahí en San Antonio. Está más o menos, pero pinche Whataburger no falla, carnal.
It's all right. Están más chiquitos. Los In-N-Out están más chiquitos.
Yeah.
And the
It has no
también,
heft.
The meat is a little smaller.
Yeah.
The Whataburger is nice and big.
¿No tienes unas questions ahí, Jax, tú?
Simon, so first of all, somebody says, Criso Gonzalez says, ask him about Alisa Milano.
Alyssa Milano. Who's the boss?
Milano.
Es bien controversial esa vieja.
Alisa Milano, well, she's beautiful.
Hey.
There we go.
Y está bien entrada en la política, cultural.
I've never met her. I didn't do Who's the Boss. But from what I hear, she's a nice person.
What Rosie Ramirez says, what is his favorite Lucky Joe song?
Oh, I have a whole bunch of favorite Lucky Joe songs.
Can you give us like your top 5?
Oh, top 5?
Top 5.
I like some of the older stuff, como No Me Asustan.
Frijoles.
Yeah, de frijoles. Y luego the one that goes, Tienes el nopal en la frente. Remember that one? I like that one. I like, I was just listening. Do is one of them. Y luego, Suerte. The love songs. The one that, and I forget the name, but it was the one where the girlfriend, he had a hidden girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
I forget what it is. But probably No Me Asustan.
So since you're wearing an Ed Couch Elsa shirt, I want to give a shout out to Miss Elidia Ayala. She was an attendance clerk at Ed Couch Elsa High School for 38 years, Miss Ayala. And it's going to be her 80th birthday in September 2nd. So happy 80th birthday to Miss Elidia.
God.
Ayala.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and she worked at Ed Couch Elsa High School.
Ya estamos como Al Roker. Mandándole saludos.
85 years old.
She's a young 110 years old. Well, speaking of, Alyssa Milano, stuff like that, who is there any actor or actress that you've met that was really like a snob with you or like mucho? Who was?
I never know. I never met
which
anyone.
actress or actor behaved the worst with you when you met them? Because I'm sure when you're in there and you're amongst all the parties and stuff, you run into people that you might admire and you go up to them and say hello and take selfies and all that, right?
Well, no, I don't.
No?
No, I mean, I do say hello and I tell them I admire them, but I don't take pictures.
No?
I don't take selfies with them.
¿Por qué no, Dan?
Why?
No, because the way I work, it's all up here. It's all up here. And so it's not about, I don't want to get to the point where I'm thinking, meeting this person is more important than the work they actually brought me here to do. And I think that the best way to serve that person that I'm going to meet that I admire, Julia Roberts or George Clooney or whomever it is, ¿verdad? Meryl Streep. I did a movie with Meryl Streep. It was a little bitty part, ¿verdad? But I'm in awe of that woman. I'm
bet.
totally in awe. I think she's
Devil
a
wears
god
Prada.
as far as an actress, right? I think that the best way that I can serve that is by doing my best job possible. So I'm not here to take selfies.
Y no era
I'm
diva.
here to do the part. No, not at all. I'm here to do the part that you think I can do well, right? And I'm going to do it really, really, as much as possible.
Yo la cagara, Dad. Yo estuviera taking
you
selfies con todo.
You would.
Can we take like 10 of them so see if one doesn't come out right? You know what I mean? We can.
I was
have a
blinking.
Valente, I was going to ask you, in the beginning when you did the Golden Girls, Mad About You, and Dharma and Greg and all those, who was like really badass with you? Like, oh man, they're really cool. Because you were like a little part on all these sitcoms. And who treated you like, man, this guy's showing me respect.
You know
He's
what?
Badass.
Golden Girls. B. Arthur, right?
Maud.
Yes, I'm walking in, and you filmed them in these huge hangars. They're like hangars. The whole thing, the whole house is built inside, ¿verdad? Todo el set. I'm walking in the morning. I open the door. I go to the table. There's a big table, and everybody sits around it. The very first thing you do is you read the script. And I sat down, and she comes over to me and shakes my hand and says, "Hi, I'm B. Arthur. You're Valente? Yes, I am Valente. We're gonna have a great show. Thank you for joining us." And I had like, I say I'm on Golden Girls, but I had like 3 or 4 lines. It wasn't a big thing. I played the air conditioning repairman, right? So.
Y te hicieron stereotype de América.
Repairman. But I look good, brother.
No corta la yarda con poner los air cans.
Step up. I had a little box, a little toolbox. Pero for her to take the time and come over and shake your hand, because I was nobody.
That's awesome.
I'm still nobody right now. Pero como quiera, that's, to me, that says, and again, stuff like that. It's about that. It's not about the other.
Being gracious.
Well, not just being gracious, but understanding that you and I are about to work together, right? And she understood that, oh my God, she's got 50 years of work, right? And if that other person is nervous, then it's part of my job to try and make that other person less nervous.
Esa sí es thespian, carnal.
Oh my God.
Oye, ¿y la Rue McClanahan no te hizo pedo, carnal?
Me agarró las nalgas.
Te llevó para el cuarto de volar.
Puro Dr. T.
Ya madre, carnal.
Bien filoso.
¿Cómo se llamaba la Rue McClanahan en el Golden Girls? What was her name in the Golden Girls? I forgot her name, pero era la que era más horny que todas, ¿no?
Blanche.
Blanche Devereaux.
Ándale. Yeah, man. No, hombre. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a show coming up in Chicago with our friends, the Perales family. They have Midwest Conjunto Promotions, and they've got a show going on in Chicago. They're even advertising on our show for a dance in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. So check this out.
Saturday, September 9th, Midwest Conjunto Promotions brings you another Conjunto Get Down with David Flores y los Tremendos Alacranes. Corpus Christi's very own David Flores y los Tremendos Alacranes. Además, special guests from Baytown, Mikey Sagreo of Enlace, and playing your favorite jams, DJ Deluxe and DJ Tex-Mex Mike with MC Eddie Rios. Join us September 9th at the Eagles Club, 147 North 19th Avenue in Melrose Park, Illinois. Tickets only $35 all night. Doors open at 8 p.m. Party till 2 in the morning. David Flores y los Tremendos Alacranes with special guest Mikey Sagreo of Enlace. It's another Midwest Conjunto Promotions event. We'll see you there.
It's just damn, that was fucking cool.
Sounds like you started hemorrhaging.
Do it.
Then Dr. T's.
Illinois, carnal. Illinois, brother. Damn.
Is that your new gimmick?
Isn't that crazy?
Is that your new gimmick?
I mean, before I talk about, what we're doing here, you said you're a nobody, bro. You are somebody,
Yes, you
bro.
are.
You're
No,
an
I am.
accomplished. You are an accomplished, Hollywood actor, bro. that's what you are.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you've been in the industry since 1988, and you're still there, bro. You're still getting work.
Yes,
you're
sir.
still doing something,
Yes,
you know.
yes,
and
yes,
it's
yes.
not an easy. You know damn well it's not an.
No.
You go to Los Angeles.
It's not easy.
Everybody you bump into is an actor.
Well, there's a reason. There's only it's like look, me, David Barrera, Cristela, because she's from FAR, ¿verdad? JT, maybe 2 or 3 other names, but now you're talking 30 whatever years. That's how many people that I know of that have come from the Valley. There've been others, but have made made waves out there and been successful, have paid bills and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's extremely hard. There's 160,000 actors in the union.
Wow.
But you were one of the first out of the valley, weren't you? I mean, aren't you?
You know what? There was somebody from.
Tú eres el pinche padrino de todos, carnal.
Well, there was he's older than me, but his name was Trine Silva, and he's from Mission.
I've heard of him.
He was on Hill Street Blues, and unfortunately, he got T-boned by a drunk driver.
Wasn't he the guy that came out in Colors?
Yes.
The guy
That's
with
the
the
dude.
Froggy, I think was his name, and his I always heard that he was from La Feria or Mission or somewhere.
Well, what I know of is that he was from Mission, but he got.
He's from Mission, yeah.
Yeah, he got.
Wasn't Tito Santana from Mission?
Have you ever seen Colors?
Tito, is it Tito?
Tito Santana's a wrestler, though. He's not. He was in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's a hairdresser in New Jersey over there. somewhere.
Ándale, Carlos.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, man, you're an accomplished actor, thespian. You do theater. You've done television. You have an amazing resume, dude.
I'm blessed, man. I've been blessed. Now, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and that sort of stuff. In terms of, I don't view the industry as Hollywood and all this other kind of stuff. I'm a craftsman. You give me something to do. You tell me I have to make this cup somehow. Then I'm making this cup. I'm not showing off about making the cup. I'm making the cup, and that's where I think focusing on what it is you need to do, doing your work, understanding what you do, and being proud of what you do, and then as well, the validation for me comes when I'm the one that's picked, right? I'm the one that gets the job. And now all of a sudden, here I am, and there's Julia Roberts. Or here I am, and I'm acting against George Clooney. Or I'm acting opposite Meryl Streep. Or I'm acting opposite all these other people. And so that to me says, okay, yeah, I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right. I did it right. I got the right training, and I'm doing it right now. And I'm doing sufficient to be able to get another job because my last job was good. And so that's what I attribute my success to. And I think that if I lose focus of that track, my work won't be as good. Right? So I have to concentrate like that to try and be good. And a lot of it is right place at the right time. But if you're not prepared and you get the chance, you're going to fumble the ball, brother.
Yeah.
You're going to fumble the ball.
Julia
You have to be
Roberts,
ready.
you were in the movie Aaron Brockovich.
I was in
I didn't
Aaron
even know
Brockovich,
that.
brother. I'm in like the best scene in Aaron Brockovich. In the very best scene. I'm in that scene where the other lawyers come in and they're negotiating back and forth. And then that woman goes to take a drink of water and she goes, oh, by the way, we brought that water from Hinckley just for you. And the woman's like, oh, she puts it down and everybody leaves.
Yeah, because it was poisoned. I mean, there was chemicals in the water.
Hexavalent 6.
Yeah.
Chromium hexavalent.
That was a big movie back then, man. You were part of it.
She won the Academy Award for it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
She won the Academy Award. And check that out. Inside story. So we're on set and we're doing the scene, ¿verdad? Y luego all of a sudden, Benjamin Bratt comes on because Benjamin Bratt was dating Julia Roberts when we get to the set, we break the scene, and Ben's over there, we're all over here, Julia también está acá, and Ben goes, hey, and he comes over, and Julia's moving towards him, and he goes right past her and over to me, and he's like, and then she looks at me, she goes, why didn't you tell me you knew my old man, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever.
My jefito.
That was fun.
Wow.
That was a lot of fun.
Y Julia Roberts, ¿cómo se portaba that?
She's beautiful, man. Almost all these people, look, usually people who are in the same boat, they don't give each other attitude because you're in the same boat. You're all actors.
See.
When the attitude comes is when it's against a producer or a crew person who perhaps isn't doing what it is they need to do for you to get done. The other thing is, as a creative, as an artist, what ends up happening is sometimes you need silence and you need quiet to be able to do the thing that they hired you to do. And even somebody over here clicking, or somebody over here doing that, or somebody in your eye line that's drinking coffee or whatever. And that's where sometimes you have these actors that just, you hear the rant.
Yeah.
You hear the rant of the actors.
Christian Bale.
They lose
right?
their focus.
They lose their focus. Or because they think, man, I was so close. I was so close to getting it, and you're fucking me up, that sort of stuff.
Sí.
And then there are other, like, okay, the famous rant that Tom Cruise had during COVID.
Sí.
Remember that?
Sí.
But that was totally real. So there's 200 and some crew members on that crew, and then all the actors, right? And one person's not following the rules. One person's gonna mess it up for all those 200 other people. You at that point, if you're in control, if you have a say, and if they're gonna listen to what you're saying, that's when you need to really hit them hard and go, come on, guys. Everybody needs to focus. It's not just me. It's not just about making money. There's 200 people who are not going to make money.
See,
we're going to close down the whole production.
Is that
crazy.
shit coming back, bro?
For one person? COVID?
I heard Lionsgate already made a mandate. Lionsgate is a movie.
I haven't.
Production company.
Yeah, I know Lionsgate. I haven't heard, but I have heard that COVID, I don't think we're getting rid of it, bro.
I saw
every year there's going to be some other strain, I think. I think we're just getting a little more immune.
We can't be living in fear. I don't know. They're saying that they're going to bring back the mandates and all that, maybe even shelter in place later. I don't know, depending on but in October, it's supposed to all start rolling. And then it's really weird because it's like an election season. So everybody's like, how convenient, you know?
Right.
So,
I haven't heard that they were going to do any.
I just saw the news yesterday or today. The Lionsgate has already started a mask mandate over there in California.
Well, check this out. 2020, right in the middle of it, in February, I got a job with Jamie Foxx doing the new Jamie Foxx series called Dad, Stop Embarrassing Me. They did 8 shows. I was in 7 of them. We shot in March. We shot our very first show. No, 2 shows, and then it hit, and they shut everything down for 6 months. And we were like, what's going to happen? Are we fired? Is the show just going to get canceled?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? We came back in about October, November, after they opened up a bit, but we had 100% coverage on us. We were wearing masks and plastic bubble shields, watches that would buzz if we got too close to each other.
Condoms, todo el pedo.
Todo el jale.
Oh my gosh.
The makeup people, the prop people, they had like hazmat suits on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
paranoid.
On the floor, they weren't allowing us to work any other way. And so if that's the way we could get the job done, well, that's the way we're going to do it. On the floor, there were green lines where it was safe to go. There were red lines where you were not supposed to go. There were yellow lines where you can go, but only if you were by yourself. All kinds of rules.
Wow.
All kinds of rules.
Yeah.
We're rehearsing like this. The only time we would take our stuff off is when the camera was actually rolling.
See.
And so we ended up working. We ended up doing all 8 shows.
Constant testing and shit too, right?
Oh, yeah.
You had to get tested.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Every single morning we'd have to get tested.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Jamie Foxx, what happened to that guy? He was sick.
I had heard that he was sick, but
le pegó heart attack.
He's got a new movie coming out. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
I want to see this. I want to see the movie Strays, which is about dogs.
Right.
And Jamie Foxx is the voice of one of them. It's really funny. It's dogs and they cuss and everything.
Right.
But I think it's coming out this month. But yeah, there was a big thing with Jamie Foxx.
There was a conspiracy theory that he was cloned. That's crazy conspiracy.
Well, that's the movie. That's the movie, though.
Yeah, that's a movie too. Yeah, right. Which is crazy.
Oh, era un promotional.
More than likely. More than likely.
Yeah. We need a promotional. Pues comienza un conspiracy theory.
That's right.
Tienes la onda y todo de volar quieren hablar.
He's extremely talented.
Yeah.
Jamie's just over the top.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank Joe's Master Service helping us out. He's been sponsoring our show since we got started in March of 2020, as a matter of fact. Due to COVID, we started this live show, and we're still going at it, and Joe's been there since. So we got a few words from Joe's Master Service right here.
May God bless you as he's blessed me. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Joe Garcia with Joe's Master.
and welcome to Brotherhood TV. Summer's around the corner, and it's going to be a scorcher. If your air conditioning system's not working properly, chances are it's simply a refrigerant or you got a bad compressor. Here at Joe's Master, we have the top of line equipment to service and maintain your vehicle. Sometimes you tend to do the air conditioning by yourself and get nowhere, and you still need to come to Joe's Master Service Center. We offer a 1-year warranty or 12,000 miles, whichever occurs first. So remember, call or text 956-383-1882. For your service or appointment, visit my website, joesmaster.com.
Yeah. Also want to thank Top Floor Cars Classic Car Dealership, Brenham, Texas. These guys could have easily provided the vehicles for blood in and blood out, man, because these guys got some classic cars, the best in Texas, and they deliver nationwide, man. You can call them at 979-337-1006, Tony and Carlos. And you can go to topfloorcars.com, and they've got some amazing vehicles, man. I'm telling you, anything you want, go on their website, find out, and they can find it for you. And if you've got a classic car you want to sell, you can also do some consignment with them. And they're the coolest people you could ever meet. Brenham, Texas, Top Floor Cars, classic car dealership. Big location, 301 South Market Street in Brenham. We were able to go out there and enjoy a weekend with them. They had a car show going on, and we just had a wonderful time. Isn't it a beautiful country over there, babe?
It's so beautiful. It's really, really nice.
So we want to thank Tony and Carlos. And we've got Valente Rodriguez here with us, and we're going to go to the chat zone. Chaz, do we have any other questions or anything for Valente?
Well, you were on the show with the nanny.
Yes,
Fran Drescher.
Fran Drescher. How did you get that role? Did they just kind of come to you with that, or did you have to audition, or what happened?
Este vato ya tocó con todos,
I
bro.
know, man. I went and auditioned. And that one's called Happily Divorced. I went and auditioned, like everything else, and at that point, the weird thing was that at that point, I'd just come off George Lopez, and we had just gotten canceled, and my son had just been born. We got canceled in February, and my son was born in March of 2007. And so I had a lot of money, and we'd just been syndicated.
Well,
so
you know más.
A lot more money's coming.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a 3-month-old baby, And so at that point, I just decided that's what I was going to do for the next year or two, ¿verdad? Be a part of that. And then I got this audition, and I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go. I don't even want to, not that I wasn't caring, but I wanted to put time over here, ¿verdad?
Sí.
But then I thought, you know what? You make money because you got this baby, and this baby is going to cost you money later, so make money now when you can.
Caro el colegio,
oh,
papá.
babe. No, you don't even know, carnal. Private school, you don't even know.
Yes.
And so I went kind of not caring, but still extremely prepared, and not nervous at all. Because I got all my bills covered. Mm-hmm. I'm a brand new dad. I'm so happy. And I think that's the energy that actually got me the job.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times as a performer, you have to control your nerves to be good.
Aparte de eso, ya tenías la batería, la pila la tenías recargada, ya, bro, because you took some time off, and you know, you got to relax, and then you went, and you were in a position where si lo agarro, fine, si no, no hay pedo. You know, that's a comfortable position to be in, man.
Very, very,
Very
powerful too.
You know, a lot of actors that are in the industry for a long time end up getting behind the camera, doing some of their own projects. Have you ever attempted anything like that?
Yeah. Well, in 2010, we came down to the Valley. We did 2 movies.
Sí.
We did one movie in Elsa, and we did another one that actually all over the Valley. We shot in Far, we shot in McAllen, we shot in La Villa, we shot in Monte Alto, we shot in Ed Cauchoso. We shot at their football stadium, at the old football stadium.
And what was the movie? Did it ever come out, or can we find it?
One's called Gone Hollywood, and the other one is called, the other one got sold, and it's called, originally it was called Los Scavengers, but now it's called Los Scavengers, The Curse of the Mayan Coin. I think that's what it's called. But there's no pinche coin in the whole pinche movie. I don't know where they got that pinche name.
Totally random.
Oh my goodness.
Well, somebody bought it, and and this is one of those instances where they think, you know what? We need a title. The title's gonna grab them.
Clickbait.
and they they name it something like that.
Yeah. Y esa película que hiciste aquí en el Valle, you financed it yourself, or you had some people investing?
We had people from Louisiana investing, but the movie that I directed, which was Los Scavengers, it's about 4 12-year-old kids. It's like a cross between Goonies and Sandlot. Remember those 2 movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or that's what we were trying to do anyway.
Sí.
Y luego, but 99% of that, 90% of the movie is El Valle.
Sí.
The actors, the 2 leads from LA, everybody else from here in the Rio Grande Valley. The crew, 90% from the Rio Grande Valley. And so that was also one of the big things that I wanted to do. I wanted to bring work down here so that these guys could get some kind of credit, and I paid them all. I didn't pay them a lot. Some of them were just getting paid $100 a day, but I paid them all. There was no free work done by the crew for that.
Did they have to be SAG members or nothing?
No, none of that either.
Are you a SAG member?
Yeah.
How long since you started in 88?
In 88, yeah.
So and so they're the ones covering. Like, how are you all surviving right now? I mean, obviously you got some money put away. You've got a long career, but you've got these younger actors that have been in the business maybe 5-10 years, and they haven't really accrued or accumulated any type of nice little nest egg.
Right.
And they're looking, some of them are living paycheck to paycheck. What's going on? How are they surviving right now that they can't work, bro?
They're doing their daily job. The McDonald's or the Starbucks or the
OnlyFans.
The picture OnlyFans, ¿por qué no?
Sí.
The picture, I have 3 or 4 friends who are photographers. And so they take pictures of headshots or whatever it is they need to do, ¿verdad? Or quinceañeras, or weddings, or whatever job you need to do the other job.
That's basically me.
Does this strike affect the adult movie industry as well, or no?
Oh, I don't know.
No?
I don't know. I mean,
do they need writers?
The concern. They haven't called me, so
well, they're being you porn.
They consider themselves actors too,
that's
dude.
true, but
they're performers, bro.
What would you write if you were a writer for a porno? Okay.
What a script.
Oh my God.
Pizza delivered?
Hey.
Well, yeah, right.
Scene 1.
Hey, the script looks like the vowel chart, right?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The vowel chart.
Is this a commercial for chorizo de H&H?
Is it the vowels, right? Is it A, E, I, O, U? What is that? Vowels, right?
But you know what?
A-E-I-O-U.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, and we're being funny about it. Pero, did you hear that the strippers just unionized?
See?
Wow.
There was the union under I think it was a SAG because they're performers.
Pues sí. That's what I mean, not no. I said pues sí.
Pues sí, of course. What do you mean?
Hey, pues sí, para no echarte mentiras.
Oh my God.
You see what happens when we start talking about adult movies?
Hombre, forget about
Mira,
it.
para decirte la verdad,
Oh, you're terrible.
That cringing, Valente, that cringing. This is a family.
I'm
My
turning
kids
red.
are watching.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so yeah, they're performers, they're actresses, they're actors. Some of them have crossed on over to Hollywood, like Tracy Lords and a bunch of other.
Yeah, they have.
Ron Jeremy, all these guys. That's in a lot of trouble, by the way. But they're considered actors, so I would imagine they could get the SAG representation as well, right?
Yeah. As long as you get enough. Well, if you get a union job, and remember that movie a while back called Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
That was about the porno industry.
Mark Wahlberg, Burt Reynolds.
And there were some porno actresses and actors as well in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's still a union, SAG union movie. And so if you do that movie, that will qualify you to join SAG. So now all you have to do is pay your dues and pay your initiation fee, which is, I don't know, $3,500 these days.
Yeah.
And you're a member of SAG.
Speaking of Mark Wahlberg, you were in Father Stew, right?
I was in Father Stew.
That's pretty cool, man.
I tell you what, if you haven't seen Instant Family with Mark Wahlberg, that's the one you got to watch. Instant Family.
Instant
I'm writing
Family?
them down.
Instant Family is about a couple that's trying to adopt 3 kids. I dare you not to cry when you watch that.
Oh, shit.
I cried twice.
Speaking of, and also speaking of movies that you've been in the 90s, you were in a huge movie with Tommy Lee Jones, Volcano.
Volcano Cardano.
Yeah.
I'm also in the best scene in that movie. Have you seen that movie?
No. I love Volcano,
I'm the
man.
subway driver. I'm the subway driver.
Great movie with Tommy Lee Jones.
And here's the scene. The subway, we get under the tunnel, que la fregada. And it's about melting. Sí. Y ahí viene la lava, por el tubo. Ahí viene la lava. And I'm looking out the back and I pass out. Y el hero comes on, and here comes the lava. He grabs me. He puts me on his shoulders. It's a dummy. It's not really me, but he puts me on his shoulders. And he starts walking through the subway as the subway's melting, ¿verdad? Porque la lava's catching him.
Action-packed.
He gets to the edge of the thing, and the lava's already gone underneath. So he's not going to make it, ¿verdad?
Sí.
He jumps in the air. He bursts into flames as he's in the air, lands in the lava, and throws me to safety.
Oh.
You need to watch it, Rock. It's a great movie with fucking Tommy
You
Lee
got to
Jones.
save the most important thing, carnal, right here.
Right when he sees you landing over there, le hace, "Oh!"
I remember seeing you, man. Also, Ed.
With Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah.
About a monkey plays third base.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant movie.
My friend Randy, shout out to Randy from San Antonio. He's watching right now. He's like, I remember him from the movie Ed.
Yeah.
He killed
that's really
Paco.
cool.
Do you guys remember that one? I think he wants me to steal third base. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Write it up if you remember that one. That's from the new guy.
Valente, Santiago Villalobos said that he met Kevin Costner and that he blew him off. He blew off Santiago. And you were with Kevin Costner.
I did.
In
yeah.
McFarland, USA.
Another movie you got to watch because that one's really bad.
It takes place in California.
The
right?
track team, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cross country.
How was Kevin Costner with you and the whole production, and how did it go?
I never had a bad day with him. Again, I think it's about the work you do, the preparation you do, and then when you get there, you're ready, you're prepared. You know, you go, and when they see that your level is up to their level, then they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
But when they see that your level's not up to them because you either haven't done enough or you haven't prepared enough or for whatever reason, yeah, they can get very, very, hostile. They can get very, very
annoyed
because it's what they do, right?
Yeah,
it's
I ain't
like
got
here,
time for this
somebody
shit.
comes in here and messes up your stuff. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You're getting paid a lot of money to do this stuff. As well, the relationship that Dee and I had, because I was the principal and he was supposed to be the teacher, that also plays into the dynamic of how we view each other off set. The really funny thing about that is that we were shooting in McFarland, part of it, and we were sitting on the side of the thing, and all the kids were coming up to me and going, Ernie, can I have it? And going right past him.
Yeah.
Ernie, sign this for me. Sign
Ain't
this
that crazy,
for me.
bro?
It is.
Awesome.
Wow.
It's on Nickelodeon,
Yeah, it's that kind of
y de ahí las viejitas se pasaban, Kevin,
sí,
¿verdad?
Kevin.
Los chavalos estaban contigo.
Dances with
Las
wolves.
viejitas de Ladies and gentlemen, we want to say a shout out to Rick Roadies from Roadies Country Fried Chicken, Eagle Pass, Texas.
Dale, Eagle Pass.
Old-fashioned country cooking since 1985. 36 years of serving Eagle Pass with delicious fried chicken and all the sides. Look at that, Roadies Playland. Ooh. Right, casi la entrada de the Kickapoo Casino. There's a little kid there, man. They got the zip line. They've got all kinds of really cool stuff. The chicken is amazing. The sauce is amazing. The gizzards, it's just absolutely beautiful and amazing. And Rick is just one of the greatest persons you could ever meet, man. You go by there and you talk to them. You tell them Rock and Roll James and hashtag PVT sent you. The best fried chicken and gizzards in Texas is Eagle Pass. It's Roadies Country Fried Chicken. Órale.
He was in the chat zone earlier, Rick Roadies. Shout out to Rick, and he sent a super chat, and he was like asking, this one's for Jack so he can make a Mexican grito. Would you like to join me, Rock, to make a Mexican grito for Rick real quick?
Dale, carnal, dale.
Rick?
Dale.
Ahí te va, Rick.
Also want to thank Las Maquinitas de Falcon Game Room.
Yeah.
5029 South US Highway 83, Falcon, Texas. Falcon, Texas. That's on your way to Zapata, past Roma. Open every day, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Matches, $10 at opening, $20 at 7 p.m. And then $20 at 11 p.m. Promotional weekend, only $50 at 11 p.m. holidays. So adult daycares get half chicken and the house lunch plates. So they got some delicious food there at Las Maquinitas de Falcon. And by the way, we're going to have Myrna Primo here next week. She's the owner of Las Maquinitas. And there she is right there, all in her total beauty. So she'll be here. We have a surprise for her because we also invited Mario Superstar Salazar. Watch el picture de Mario todo hizo el vato, no, de América. What the hell? He's got that Eddie Munster pico, right? That Eddie. Tiene el pico de Eddie Munster, vato, del pelo, vato, te quedas. El de los Munsters, vato, ¿entiendes? O John Travolta, vato, Saturday Night Fever, carnal. Tenía el piquito ese en el.
He needs the little doll, Wolfie.
Yeah.
The werewolf.
He looks like a Native American chief that he got some money from like a casino or some shit. Watchalo.
Yeah.
Native American chief that owns a casino. That owns a casino.
Sí.
Is that Rayon?
Así va a venir bien vestido con la Myrna next week. A ver qué onda.
Bien peinadito.
All right, we've got a couple of questions here for Ernie, for Valente Rodriguez. Where do you see Hollywood at the end of this decade, bro?
Oh shit. I think there's still going to be a whole bunch of issues with AI. I think there's going to be a lot of issues with work, with union, with streaming, because I think it's moving towards the internet. I really do. I think it's moving towards the internet. We're never going to lose movies and we're not going to lose television, but I think television might become
obsolete.
Well, not so much obsolete, but become the bubblegum of it. Become the reality center of it. It's the people that are going to be able to afford the actors, that are going to be able to afford the writers, that are going to be able to afford the stories that are really complicated and sophisticated, and the really, really good stories, the really good stuff that we like. Those, I think, we're going to go specialized into whatever streaming service might be doing it. Whether it's natural stuff with like National Geographics or the History Channel or moving the other way towards dramas, the BBC and all this other kind of stuff. I think that's where I think it's going. Yeah.
Is Hollywood as liberal and woke as they say it is?
I don't know that Hollywood is woke, because Hollywood still perpetuates the same stereotypes that everybody else perpetuates. And so when somebody says that Hollywood is woke, I don't know how you can say that when the work that's coming out of Hollywood is still the same work that's been done for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Now, what people, I think, mind a lot is the fact that some of these individuals, celebrities, because of their celebrity, they have a sort of a special platform, and more people listen to them, or more people want to say hear what they want to say. But at the end of the day, there's still an individual, and you have to decide for your own what it is you believe, who it is that, what life it is you want to live in which direction. I got no problem with conservative. I got no problem with liberal, either of the two. You and I could be on opposite ends, but we know each other and we know we're good people, and that's enough for me, right? Mm-hmm. And so the problem is when there's a disconnect and you don't know. It's like people go, oh, well, you're an actor, you got to be rich. No, man, 86% of the actors make less than $26,000 a year. 86%. It's an industry you don't go into to make money. Mm-hmm. You don't go into it to make money. Yeah. And this day and age, you don't even go into it to become famous. There's so many more easy ways to become famous on the internet. On OnlyFans, on YouTube,
El Bronco,
on TikTok,
Bronco 956.
Dude,
yeah.
How much easier can that be? Not that even his journey is easy, because he's got an image and he's got to do whatever it is that he has to do every single day, and even just going to the pinche swap meet and showing up in the heat and taking pictures and being nice and hugging babies and even that takes energy.
Do you agree with like changing movies around, like The Little Mermaid, how they changed the mermaid from white to black, and then the Snow White's going to be Hispanic, and then the dwarfs, they're not even dwarfs, they're like supposedly, and then Superman was gay in one movie or something like that.
I think if the creator has an idea and those ideas are going to be worked into the script, more power to them, man. But everybody should deserve a chance to do what it is that they think they want to do. But everybody should deserve a chance.
But turning already an established, character into something else, I mean, why don't you build a new character, right?
Yes. That's also a good question. Yeah. Why don't you?
I mean, that's lazy to me, if you ask me.
Most of the time, that's coming from the studio.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking, I wanna build on whatever success we had earlier. So if we turn it into this or we turn it into that, then we might make more money. Because, brother, you know it's all about money. Anywhere.
Yeah.
Not just Hollywood. In politics, in whatever business you're in, it's about the money. And these big studios, these big corporations, if they find an avenue where they think they can make money, vámonos. Barbie, new Barbie, let's go there. Let's go there. Even if they believe in what it is that they're preaching or not, it doesn't matter. Their God is money.
And sometimes they don't make the money they spent, you know.
No, not at all.
What's the best movie you've seen in the last 3 years?
Oh, my God. In the last 3 years.
Yeah. Do you watch movies? Do you like to sit down and watch movies?
I do watch movies, but I watch mostly old movies.
Okay.
I think the most interesting movie that I just saw was Oppenheimer. The one about the atomic bomb.
Yeah. I heard it's a long movie, and it's
really long,
but it's very good.
It's good, and the reason I like it is because it's about this individual who has the capability to bring all this stuff together to create something that's never been done before, right? That could have a million implications, a million good implications, and one really, 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 really bad one. It makes this bomb that kills 80,000 people like that, right? And so those are the really interesting scripts. When you have this thing you got to choose from, and you're going, well, this is good, but this is bad, but this is good and this is bad. So you cannot find, you can't say, I'm going to go this because this is 99% and this is just 1. No, it tilts back and forth, right? And so I would be really interested to hear if any of your listeners out there have watched Oppenheimer on the internet. You guys can and tell me what you think. But it's movies like that. Now, I love movies, and I'll go watch something like Pink Panther or
I like that.
Bold Durr. Bien
Pink Panther is great.
Pendejadas, right?
Peter Sellers was a comical genius.
Dude, yes, I agree with you. I'll buy into it like that. My favorite thing to do is to go to 2 p.m. It's totally empty. I get a big thing of popcorn. I get 2 hot dogs and a Coca-Cola. Y hombre, I love that, and I will always do that.
Have you ever seen Sound of Freedom?
That's well, I'll tell you about Sound of Freedom.
Jim Caviezel
and I did a movie together called Ed.
You
remember you were talking about it earlier
with
the baseball movie. He was the dude that got hit in the head, and the monkey came in to replace him at third base.
Wow. Right. I've never seen the movie.
I have not.
Hey, I like seeing cheesy movies too, dude. I mean, you driving.
You take your life into your own hands, carnal. You take your life into your own hands.
Pedo, carnal. Con un gummy está con madre la vista. En la movie, vato.
Con un gummy.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
It didn't spend much money to be made, and it beat out as far as
the Raiders of the Lost Ark. And Mission Impossible.
It's about child trafficking, right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
The one I like from him is Count of Monte Cristo, where he has Guzman in there,
right?
As a sidekick. Louis. Have you ever met Luis Guzman?
I have. I've never worked with him.
They know him as Pachanga. A lot of people know him as Pachanga because of Carlito's Way.
Right.
But man, I'd love to meet that guy. Is he really small, dude?
He is short.
Yeah.
Chiquito.
When I saw him,
and as he gets older, he gets even smaller.
But
he's about this tall right now.
Oh, that's he was the Gomez Adams, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And Wednesday, right?
Yes.
He's so good, man. He is really good.
Out of all the movies you've starred in, which one is your favorite?
My favorite? Oh my God. I don't know that I have a favorite. I would say, you know what?
50 Shades of Grey?
You know, I turned that one down. They offered it to me, but I turned it down. I'm way too sexy.
He was the AC guy.
Yeah.
Come on, the Golden Girl guy. Can you reprise your air conditioning role?
He was the cable guy.
It was so good. With the Dr. T-shirt.
Yeah.
Probably McFarlane and Instant Family and Aaron Brockovich.
Órale.
Yeah.
Blood in, Blood out, no?
Blood in, Blood out, see, but it was like 35 years ago, man. I forget the whole pinche movie now.
Will there ever be a Blood in, Blood out part 2?
No.
The New Beginning?
No, people.
No. Disney owns it. Go get the rights from Disney. See what they say.
Do you still receive residual checks during the actor strike?
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right. That's good. So you're okay.
Yeah.
And is George Lopez it's still syndicated and stuff?
Yeah, that's still going también.
And it's probably going to go because it's like that timeless stuff, you know.
We've been on the air for 20 straight years.
Wow.
That's incredible, man.
Incredible.
It is crazy.
Wow, man. How much, like, what's a residual check? Like, do you get them
Well, it
like every
depends.
3 months?
Well,
is it quarterly or is it monthly?
It is quarterly, but it also depends. I get residuals for Golden Girls sometimes for like $2. And I've actually gotten a residual for 10 cents.
Oh, wow.
And so some of the checks are small, and some of them are
¿Y
much
los
bigger.
George Lopez? ¿Qué tal están esos?
Well, that's syndication. That's syndication.
So,
And
that's
that's yearly. That's a lot better. That's,
Okay, 18 grand, 20 grand, 30
yeah,
grand.
you could clear that.
Sí.
Yeah.
Sí. Wow, man. Está bien.
Yeah. It's enough to pay for my kids' private school. So
That's todo. Is there a strong Hispanic presence in Hollywood right now?
there's a really strong Hispanic presence, and we're moving forward. It feels like every 10, 15 years it's the year of the Latino. It's the year of the Latino again, you know. But we really are moving forward, and we're moving forward in that you can tell because now a lot of the Latinos are starting to produce their own stuff.
Sí.
You know, and that's when you really start to own the stuff you do. Because as an actor, I'm a freelancer. I don't own anything. I get paid and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, I go away.
Contract work.
Exactly. But as a producer, you know, you create the stuff. You create the writer or the director. You create the thing you're trying to do, ¿verdad? Como the Cheeto thing. Have you seen the Cheeto one? Flaming Hot? That's a good movie.
That's
también.
a great movie, yeah.
You should
I
go
haven't
see
seen
Flaming
it.
Hot.
Well, I'm gonna go check that out.
Yep.
Is TV work better than movie work? Or vice versa? What would you rather work in as TV or movie?
I would rather do theater.
Theater.
Yeah.
Out
for
of
sure.
all. Yes.
Out of all. I think that my strength, because of George and because of Happily Divorced and because of the Jamie Foxx, I think it's sitcom. I think my strength is sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
And so that half-hour comedy, I think I've been blessed with really, really good timing. I think, you know, that's one of the strengths that I have.
You got it.
And so, and sitcom is making people laugh. And all you guys know this. Making people laugh is just over the top energy. Just drives you. Yeah.
Improv, right? Improv is what drives you, right? Improvisation.
Improv as well. And the cool thing about improv is what improv teaches you is not to be afraid to be on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be afraid to be on stage. Because the minute you start being afraid, your brain starts blocking things, and then you start hyperventilating, and then you can't even talk. And so, yeah.
Who's your favorite actor and why?
Who's my favorite actor and why? I have a lot of favorite actors. Meryl Streep, certainly Julia Roberts, people that I've worked with. I love Kevin Costner, man. The stuff that he does, the character that he does, like the simple man. You see him and you believe that guy's a regular dude.
Bro.
Yeah, a regular dude, a broken dude or whatever it is. But then somehow he triumphs. You know. I really like his work.
Debes hablar con Kevin Costner de perdido, pues, agarrar un little spot ahí de AC Man, ahí del pinche rancho.
Something, carnal. A little bit of something.
A ranch hand.
Rip, why don't you take this guy to the side of the house and check that AC unit? No, man, that's amazing. No, lo que hizo Costner con Yellowstone and Cole Hauser and all those guys, man. Y ya se va a quebrar el pedo. Dicen que it's in November. Kevin Costner. When I saw that, I said, how long's Kevin Costner going to be on this series? I mean, it's not going to be there forever.
Right.
You know,
but I'm sure he's got other stuff, man. Someone like that always has more projects.
Yeah, he's doing like a Western thing, right? Okay, well, what do you watch on TV? Do you watch TV?
I watch what my wife watches.
Yeah. Puro Jersey Shore, carnal. Jersey
Shore.
I watch a lot of sports.
Uh-huh.
I watch a lot of sports. But most of the stuff that my wife watches are criminal detective stuff.
Forensic Files?
No, but from England on BBC.
Ah, órale.
On BBC.
¿Es de England la baby doll? Okay,
no. She's from Oregon.
¿Es de Oregon?
Yeah.
¿O qué parte de Oregon?
Portland.
Portland?
Yeah.
Oh, está bien liberal ese city, ¿no?
Oh, heck
Pinches
yeah.
madre para allá, se están yendo todos.
Yeah, baby.
Yo tengo primos allá en Woodburn y también.
Shrooms are legal over there, no?
Kaiser.
Yeah, weed,
everything's
man.
legal,
You can do
man.
all kinds of stuff.
I want to go there, man. They say it's beautiful over there.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, the coast.
It is beautiful.
Really
the coast
nice.
is amazing. If you ever can ever drive up the coast, up or down the coast, any of those three.
The
Washington,
Willamette
Oregon.
River right there by Portland is just absolutely.
Oh,
you just
yeah.
drive down the river, man. It's amazing, man. It's really
Or do
beautiful.
the Amtrak like we did.
The Amtrak. We did an Amtrak from Salem to Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was really nice.
And
that
over there,
train.
close to Seattle, is Olympic National Park, and that place is crazy good to go camping in.
Yeah, man, we've got some pictures we want to show you, and then we got a special video that it's a video message that somebody sent. But we're gonna go down. We got some really quick pictures to put up because we're almost out.
Míralo, bien chulo el guy, guacha.
Bien fluffy.
I think I still have that sweater, carnal.
Bro, how old were you in this picture?
22.
22.
I love it.
Estás bien chulo, cabrón. Man, dude, what do you think when you see pictures of yourself that young? Man, you still weren't cracking into Hollywood yet, man.
It's just crazy. It really is surreal, man.
Is that a Pan Am picture? Is that from?
It is a Pan Am picture.
Yeah, it's from Pan Am University of Texas. Well, it was University Pan American, right?
No, it was Pan American.
It was
at that
Pan
time.
American University, I think.
Yeah.
At that time,
What would you tell yourself if you could see yourself? Like, what would you tell that guy?
Myself?
What would you tell that guy, that 22-year-old guy right now?
Buy Apple, Amazon, and Berkshire Hathaway.
Yeah.
Buy those. Did you know you could freaking buy Apple for like 10 cents a share, like back in 1980, whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, $100 would have made a millionaire. Carnal.
Yeah. IBM, all that shit, man. All the technology. What's the next picture, babe? Míralo, that's
that's Constance.
I picked that off of your Instagram.
That was at a strike. We were picketing.
Yeah, that's what it said. And oye, pa, yo creía que era J-Lo, carnal, cuando la vi.
She does look like
Constance is
J-Lo.
gorgeous.
Yeah, está bien bonita.
Oh my God! And well, she did. She didn't do Selena, but she was.
She was in a movie, right? She was a mom.
She was the mom.
And then she was George Lopez's wife on the sitcom.
And she went to another sitcom and another sitcom, and she's been working a ton.
She actually auditioned for Selena.
See?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, but she didn't get the part.
lead. Yeah.
Where were you all picketing? Right outside, like Hollywood Boulevard?
No, we were outside Warner Brothers because that's where the George Lopez show was. That's where we filmed it, outside of Warner.
Did George Lopez go out there and help you guys picket or no?
He wasn't there that day, but his wife was, and his daughter was también, Maya.
Dale, pues mandó representation.
Dale.
No se quiso quemar él ahí en el sol y la chingada, ¿no?
Hey,
All
Rock,
right.
I got a question from.
Hold on. We got some pictures, man.
I just changed it. Sorry.
This is
that's mom and dad.
that's your mom and your dad, dude. Incredible. I love watching these
They
pictures.
were married for like 65 years.
You look a lot like your dad.
They sent me this picture, and it was black and white, and I have this app that fixes them real nice and makes them color, dude. So I did that for you.
Yeah.
There's something about these pictures that just so nostalgic, right?
Yeah.
Your dad was
That was like 1945, maybe.
So your dad was in World War II, or was
No, he was too young to be in it.
Okay.
So, he was in the CCC Corps, the ones they took.
Civilian Conservation Corps, right? Yeah.
Right. And they had these camps, and they were in charge of fixing the roads and whatever else, digging the whatever dam or whatever they were doing. But my uncles were on both sides of the family, and I had, people, 2 uncles die on D-Day.
What was the name of that thing? Conservation what?
The Civilian Conservation Corps.
Oh, no.
CCC.
Yo estaba en el Job Corps.
Ándale.
En el Job Corps.
I was in the Flag Corps.
El Job Corps.
I was in Flag Corps.
Cuando eras bien cada palo y el flonky y la chingada. Oh, manda para el pinche Job Corps. Have you ever heard of that, Jax?
No, but I've heard of the GROTC.
No, Job Corps is like in New Braunfels. It's like they'd send you over there and you'd work. It's like a job. I don't know. It's the Job Corps. I never knew.
You work half a day, right? You leave high school at lunch.
I have no idea.
That's how they did it in San Bene.
Has anybody that's watching the show been to the Job Corps?
No, like
if you did, because that was like to stay out of prison, you'd go to the Job Corps.
It was like juvie light.
I guess right.
Juvie light. I like that. That sounds funny.
We got another picture. Let's check out the next picture. And then we've got some questions, final questions from the chat. Make sure to super chat us if you want a question. There's your dad and your mom.
Yeah. That's mom and dad.
Wow, man.
Mom and dad was like the vainest person ever. You see him, the pencil thin mustache.
Uh-huh.
Dude, he would have like a little mascara thing in his pocket.
Uh-huh.
to cover his gray in his eyebrows and stuff.
wow.
Bien beta male.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see the next one, baby.
Yes, hold on. This is the last one.
Oh, yeah. What's another picture? There's your dad drinking a nice cold beer and checking it out and putting his hat on sideways like a gangsta.
So he was the entertainer.
Yeah.
He was the entertainer. And him and his brothers, my Tio Mario and my mother Tio, they would go hang out in corners and play guitar and sing and, get nickels and stuff thrown at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The struggle was real back then, bro.
Well, you did whatever you could, brother.
Yeah.
Whatever you could.
We've got a video message here, and we're going to play it for Valente real quick.
Let me put everyone on.
Okay, put us on, baby, and then that way we can all see it all together.
Okay.
Vamos a ver. Let's do it.
¿Qué huele, Valente? Te saluda tu sobrino Lucky Joe. I just wanted to take this time to let you know that you've been a big inspiration in my life. If ever I feel like this is getting a little bit too difficult for me, I always look back and I look at the things that you've done and the things that you're doing and the longevity that you've had in your career. And it gives me a little bit of motivation and gives me more of a drive to keep doing what I'm doing. So I just want to let you know that we are so proud of you. All our family is very, very proud of you. Que Diosito te bendiga y que te dé muchos años más con una carrera larguísima. Tío, I love you with all my heart, bro. Dale, cuídate, and have fun with rock.
I love it.
So eres el tío.
Chingao, you're going to make me cry, cabrón.
Bro, you deserve everything, bro.
Thank you, brother.
I mean, let me tell you, just what you've done in your life and your career is absolutely amazing.
Well, and here's the other thing that I want to, if you give me a few seconds to talk to these guys, check it out. I'm from Chelsea, man. I was a migrant farm worker. You see my gente. You hear my talk. I'm from down here, verdad? Don't ever let anybody tell you can't do it because of who you are, because of where you're from, because of what you look like, any of that kind of stuff. If you got something in your heart that you want to do, you go after it as hard as you can. You only live once, man. You go after it as hard as you can. You be kind. You be loving, and good things will happen. Even if you don't achieve the kind of success you would dream of, you're going to have a successful life because you're doing what it is you want to be doing. So that's the message I want to give all of you guys. You can do it as well. You can do it too.
Great words, ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome.
And some positive stuff right there. And
Dale.
make sure to go spend some time with Valente. He's going to be out there shaking hands. It's going to be happening Friday in Brownsville.
You want to meet me? Come to the show. Come to the show.
The bar, we've got the poster right here so everybody can go out and get your tickets. If you're from Brownsville, you're from Olmito, you're from Port Isabel, you're from San Benito, Rio Hondo, Arroyo City. Man, go have some fun with these guys Friday. It's going to be awesome in Brownsville. It is going to be awesome. And Valente's going to get up there, and he's got a lot of great stories, man. And, just to give him a hug and thank him for putting the Rio Grande Valley on the map in the movie and TV industry and theater industry as well. And then on Saturday, they're going to be here at Cine Ray.
Yep.
And that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So, McAllen, you're going to get a taste of it as well. So, we're really happy that you took the time to come and hang out with us here on hashtag
Thank
PVT
you.
Valente,
Thank you
man.
guys for having me here.
And I
Thank
hope
you
it ain't
for
the
bringing
last
us.
time, man. We hope to see you again.
We will be back.
Orale.
We will be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us, man. And we want to thank you all for supporting our show and the super chats and everybody. Any last super chats? You had a question, didn't you?
Yeah, this is a big one. This is from Noe Gonzalez. And a lot of people are asking the same thing, just like Noe Gonzalez. Valente, all right, this is it. It's a big question down here. Are you a Cowboys fan?
Cowboys! Of course I'm a Cowboys fan.
That's the right answer.
Are you kidding, brother?
He's answered all the questions correctly so far.
Yeah, I bleed cowboy blue, brother.
Southern California has a huge Dallas Cowboy fan base.
Oh, they're more when you go to the game, if the Cowboys are playing, there are more Cowboy fans than the other team.
San Diego, when jugaban in San Diego before they moved to Los Angeles, the whole stadium was Dallas Cowboys. I mean, it's huge, man.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? Any last comments? Anything?
So before we go, I want to say I want to give a shout out to my neighbor, which recognized me from the show. My new neighbor. I moved to a new house, and the neighbor saw me. He was like, "Hey, tú eres el Jack." So shout out to Jesus, and my new neighbor and his dad, Don Chon. So shout out to them.
Don
and then Don Chon for sure.
That was my dad's name, Chon.
Chon, give me some Chon. Now, yeah. So like also. Bird G956 says, which star struck you? I'm sorry, which Hollywood star struck you?
Meryl Streep.
The Devil Wears Prada.
She was, just crazy. I didn't know what to say. I just shut up.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't say anything stupid.
One more. Is there any famous Mexican actor that you're kind of friends with? Like, hey, no, we talk other than George Lopez, like Danny Trejo or anybody.
I am friends with Danny Trejo and with Emilio también. Emilio from
Sons of
Anarchy. Actually, I go to his golf tournament all the time. He's the most beautiful person you could ever. He's left-handed. We used to play softball together. He had a whole team of left-handed hitters. They used to be called the left outs.
Wow. Pues you got good skina, Emilio, and then Danny Trejo.
Right. And Danny, we're right there, brother.
Hey, it was great to meet you, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Chad.
Oye, Valente, have you had any thoughts of like starting a podcast on the side or doing something like what we're doing there from LA and having some? I mean, you've got access to a lot of great people that you could interview, dude.
I was thinking that, but the reason I'm doing the comedy stuff is because I really did want to move towards that to see if I had the kind of talent and the kind of patience and the kind of development that I needed to try and maybe be a headliner one day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it's something I find really fun because you're by yourself on stage, and that's scary, brother.
But it's all about the stories.
Well, sure.
I mean, I saw Fluffy. He like filled in LA, the Dodger Stadium.
He's hilarious,
and he was just telling stories of his life, and you just over exaggerate some stuff, and then and you've got plenty of stories, plenty of material. You remember, you can read a script and remember it.
Yeah.
I think you'd be fine if you did it. All you have to do is start it up. But I was going to ask you if you would start a podcast or something like that, or a YouTube show, would it be crossing the line of the strike? Or would they consider that crossing the line?
Well,
would SAG get mad at you for doing that?
They wouldn't get mad at me for starting a podcast, but we would the conversations that we'd have during the podcast would have to be such that none of us are promoting anything that's coming up. None of us can be saying, "Oh, and by the way, I'm in Harry Potter 17. Come see it. It's going to open on a blah 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 blah." The reason I can promote the comedy show is because it's a live show. It's not taped. It's a live show, right?
Yeah.
So that falls under a whole completely different category.
Yeah.
And so we could talk about. And then the other thing is, the strike will be over eventually. And so once the strike is over, then all of that, you can talk about whatever the hell you want.
When is it going to be over?
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be over before Christmas.
And if it's not?
Well, if it's not, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be suffering because it's not just the actors, not just those 160,000 actors. The last strike that lasted 4 months, they estimated there was like $600 million lost. Dude, the studios need water. The studios need food. The studios need the pillows washed, the this, that. The studios need a fire truck. The studios need security. The studios need all of this kind of stuff. If the studios are shut down, nobody's working. Who's providing the donuts in the morning? Who's providing the coffee for all these people? Who's providing all this other kind of stuff? And so it's not just...
it's a catering. I mean, so many people that are in business with it.
It's a lot of people.
Domino effect.
Yes, totally. And the first people that suffer are the actors, but then come the studios, and then after that, it's all the other people that we used to make money.
Do you think the politicians in California will try to broker a deal with you guys, between you guys?
They were saying that Newsom might be considering coming in and trying to do that. I think we're going to need somebody like that because I think the two sides are so far apart that they can't even bring themselves to negotiate. I think we're going to need a third party to come and say, okay, you need to give up something and you need to give up something.
Yeah.
There is no, it's got to be from both sides. It can't just be right now, estamos bien enojados, que we can't even look at each other in the face. So.
All you guys have to do is just read The Art of the Deal, man. And so,
that's my favorite book.
Ladies and gentlemen, Valente Rodriguez. Thank you so much for joining us. Everybody say goodbye to the cameraman because we're out. We'll see you next Wednesday. Órale, asústame one time. Yeah, vámonos reaccionamos.
Palomar, ahí estaba la paloma, llorando sin descansar.
Todos. Currucú, currucú, le cantaba el palomito.